What?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
I have the
Whoa.
reactives all fucked up. Give me 1 second.
Oh. Oh no. This is not how things are supposed to be.
Roaring start.
Everything's going great.
I wonder if it's because maybe I moved the file and that's why it isn't.
Sora's dead.
Yeah, I'm a ghost.
Yeah, we're on Kingdom.
And I
Yeah,
just
we're on Kingdom
subscribed
Hearts
to you,
2
Silver.
already.
I
No,
gave
they-
you money, and this is how you repay me.
Oh, you gave me money? All right, hang on. I'll give you your avatar back. You know what it is? I know why it broke. I moved all the files, and I forgot to fix the links for most of them.
The scuff strikes again.
Yeah. In case anyone was wondering, we are not getting paid for this. In fact, we have to give them money.
Yeah. It's what we call bribing.
We are paying her to be here.
I mean, I just think everyone deserves to be compensated for their time. And by everyone, I mean me specifically.
I love how Sora is behind Silver and Spidey on the avatars.
There we go.
You could just see the tips of the hair.
Yeah, he was just like hiding behind, getting Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Exactly.
Sully, I'm on TV!
Great start.
Also,
Ruby Ellie 813 and Daisy Luna, thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Alright, with that said, this track fucking rocks. I almost don't want to touch the controller because I just like this track.
It's such a great.
We can wait. We can wait for people to funnel in a little bit.
We can wait a little longer.
I mean, I've told you both about this already, but anytime I listen to this track, I can't help but think of the E3 2004 trailer for Kingdom Hearts 2. Because they had that, like, they had no audio recorded, they just had this, and footage from the game, and it was so insane. And, like, at this point, I think, like, this is like, the Disney stuff starts really building up together, and then I think now is where all the Bastion stuff happens. It's the Battle $1,000 list, yeah.
This song is Kingdom Hearts to me, honestly.
Yeah,
saying.
exactly, yeah.
I think I've said this before. Possible hot take. I think I like this orchestral remix of it more than the actual Simple and Clean.
I honestly like they're both
Yeah.
all-time bangers, but honestly agree. This is like genuinely one of my favorite tracks in like any video game.
Big time.
Yeah, but like TLOA is saying, this is like when I think of Kingdom Hearts musically, this is what I hear in my head first before anything else. It's not even the Utada Hikaru version or Dearly Beloved or any other classic track. I think of this specifically.
Honestly, like maybe hot take, but one of my favorite intro cutscenes in the series is Dream Drop Distance because it has like the recap of the first few games with this playing over it.
Oh, that's good.
I barely remember Dream Drop Distance, so I will have to.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. To be fair, I've been salty about. Yeah, we were up pretty late last night talking.
I realized, I've said on stream that I've not actually played a Kingdom Hearts game before, despite being a fan, and I realized recently that I have told a lie. I have played a Kingdom Hearts game. Specifically, I played Dream Drop Distance when I was 11. And that is my only gameplay experience with Kingdom Hearts.
I am baffled by that revelation. Like, how was that your first game? And
because I had a 3DS and nothing,
nothing
else that was Kingdom Hearts.
That I get. The added part, the important part was, how was that your first game and you managed to stick around?
That is, you know, honestly, I don't remember having many problems with it, is the thing. But I was also like 11, so I was a different person.
True, and you know what? Most of the game is pretty straightforward because a lot of it is just focusing on the Disney stuff, and then there's the last hour or two of gameplay. The plot just goes off the rails.
I feel like starting Kingdom Hearts with Dream Drop Distance, it's like, it's not as bad as starting the MCU with Quantumania, but it's
True.
it's like starting
Similar
the MCU
vibe.
with Thor: The Dark World.
Doom asked a good question, and this reminds me, because I don't even know if you guys know about this. I don't know if you guys saw that I did this. I've incorporated a couple channel rewards, right?
Okay.
Point rewards, rather. I just realized one of them I can't even do right now because I'm using a doobie and not my actual model. So we have, where are they? I can't find them on my stream manager. It's okay, I remember them. So one of the rewards is a forbidden word, where someone redeems points and we can't say a specific word for, I believe, 5 minutes.
Oh dear.
I forget what the thing was. The failure is eating a Bean Boozle jelly bean. I did not prepare those in advance because I forgot. So instead, I will think of something else on the fly to punish myself with. Probably gameplay related instead.
If you say the forbidden word, you have to play Dream Drop Distance.
if I say a forbidden word, I have to stop playing Kingdom Hearts, open Garo, Mark of the Wolves, and beat the arcade mode.
Oh no!
A cut for all the Garo fans out there.
Oh my.
All I know is that if it happens, you will not be okay.
Yeah.
Asta Wolf!
Are you okay?
Yeah, this is a fun little thing. Whenever you get new spells or if your spells get upgraded, and you want to get practice, just come to Merlin here, and you can have infinite magic and just fool around with different practice. Yeah, talk to Merlin,
like that.
and yeah, I always like this personally. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that it had like a whole training. It was gonna be a whole training mode. That's kind of like a big deal for a game this old, I think.
Yeah, this is like the precursor to like the Void in DMC5, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
kinda
for
cool.
whatever reason, I don't think they ever brought it back.
Yeah, I was just thinking, there's never like a feature like that in any of the later games, including
Like
Kingdom Hearts 2, which leads a lot more into like the character action side of things.
Yeah, exactly. I remember thinking back when KH2 came out and realizing that wasn't back, it was like, that feels odd.
Like, of all of the Kingdom Hearts games, they give you an option to like spend some time in the lab. You wouldn't think it would be this one.
Yeah.
You have to beat arcade mode to do it with Rock because he sucks in Garo. I would have played Rock anyway because I love that guy, even though he does suck in Garo.
So,
He was Nero before Nero.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and you got summon already. Okay, yeah. So,
Yes.
so yeah, you got. So
I
you
think
turned.
there's like nothing else in here.
Yeah.
I have not seen anything pop up with a big interact with me
No.
button, so
No, I think you're good here. Well, actually, no, there is one other thing, but I think you're good.
Yeah, ever
now.
think about how
The only other thing that's back in there would be the book you delivered, but that's a whole other side thing that's optional, and you can go do that anytime.
Yeah, you don't need to worry
I'll
about
save
that.
that right
That's
now.
like an urgent thing.
Yeah, honestly, if you wanted to, you could save that for like a penultimate stream. You know, like
I'll save
doing
that.
like side material.
Yeah. Also, you ever think about how? Oh, never mind. I'll save this for later. 'Cause look who it is.
You stopped at the perfect time last week.
get your fingers out of his mouth.
Sora, what was Sora? What was that about?
Okay, to be fair, at this point, Sora's hallucinated Kairi being in his proximity how many times now?
And yet he stuck his fingers in Riku's mouth and not Kairi's.
Hey, I was gonna say, your boy went straight for like sticking the fingers in his mouth.
To
So
be
was kind of
fair,
a freak, huh?
Okay, to be fair, every time Kairi showed up in his mind, she's been like 3 feet away from him.
We'll all be together again.
Listen, hey, your boy's going through puberty. He's got some stuff to figure out.
Yeah, exactly.
You could say he's been having some weird thoughts lately.
Sora, what did you...
I've been looking for you, and Kairi too, with their help.
Who are they?
So what the fuck are they?
This is odd.
Perfect time to freeze. Wait, dude, is that a duck? Is that a bird?
Sora's like, honestly, man, I don't know.
I never would have guessed.
Oh, and guess what? Sora's the Keyblade Master.
He's the one.
What's that mean?
The Lisan al
We're
Jalil.
looking for the gatekeeper. Would you know where that is?
Huh? Hey, give it back.
Just fucking ripped it out of his hands without him noticing.
Catch.
Whoa.
Riku's like,
Subtle.
give that to me.
Subtle.
No way, you've got your own. Well, I want yours too.
Wait till you see it.
Bro is unimpressed.
Oh, come on. He's my friend.
Also, like, Donald, I'm very curious. Like, I get the whole thing of like the no meddling in other worlds affairs policy, but I have to say I always found this bit odd because at this point Donald and Goofy should know Sora's home world is gone. Where the heck does he expect Riku to go?
Yeah. No, Donald literally has no reason to not bring Riku along. He's just a hater.
I don't like his vibes.
And also, counterpoint for that for Donald, bringing Riku along makes Sora, you know, like that fills off, you know, so he knows that Sora's looking for his 2 friends. Here's a free gimme right there.
Yeah,
right.
Hey, I literally like completely forgot that like the reason Riku doesn't come along with them is Donald just tells him, nah, I don't like your vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. Let's see. I know the Gizmo shop opened up, and that is literally right here, right? No.
The ramifications of Donald's actions here are
far-reaching
than you think. When we actually think about the rest of the series, like,
oh my,
wow, if Donald
can we blame
had
Donald directly for Riku's character arc?
I think so. I mean, partly, as we'll see in a little bit, but there's other things at play here. But if Donald hadn't done this, things might have turned out differently.
If Donald was as nice to Riku as he was to his nephews, Riku's life would have gone very differently.
Yeah,
oh man, I'm. Oh. Man, like I'm trying to think about this. Like, man, like. Yeah, no. If that one choice had played out differently, the entire series would be different. Oh my
Donald
God.
is the key to all of this.
Question real quick. Where can I find the Gizmo shop? Because I thought I knew where
that's
it
back in the
was.
2nd district. The Gizmo shop is that's the
Oh my God, Doom.
That's like the church looking place, like the one like you go inside it and it looks like it's
oh,
a
right.
Oh my God, Doom. We need to respect the prime directive and leave him to die.
That wasn't Donald. That was Gollum.
I do think that was
voice.
maybe
I
the
can't
best
do
Donald
Gollum.
impression any of us have done.
Honestly, yes.
Big respect to all of Donald's voice actors ever.
Yeah.
Also, I nearly cried when the Traverse Town music started playing. Yet, that's valid. That's, you know, not even valid, that's the correct reaction. The Traverse Town music is, like, high-key one of the best tracks in the series.
It's a good track. This game's music in general.
That is not the first time we've said that, and it will not be the last.
Yeah.
Oh, I think. I'm trying to remember. Like, do you go back to Sid's shop here at this point, or?
We already went back to Sid's, I think.
Yeah.
No, before. But I meant, like, I think there's something you're supposed to do after. But anywho.
No, we already did that.
Well, I mean, to pick up the book, but I think.
Oh, no, we already did that. We already did that.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna DM you, Spidey, on what I'm talking about.
One of the things I actually think this game probably could have benefited from navigation-wise is, like, a little, like, natural town map post just somewhere in each district. Because I do think with Traverse Town, it is easy to forget where things are and get turned around.
Yeah, that's fair. In general, this is not, like, a great game for, like, figuring out where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been
Where'd you all
noticing
come from?
that, like, as a kid and as a teenager, I played this game over and over and over so many times that it was kind of muscle memory to me. Revisiting it now, like, a lot of it still holds up in my head, but I was thinking about, like, oh wow, yeah, no, they just don't tell you a lot.
I am... You know what? Bye. Oh, the Dalmatians!
Yeah!
Yeah. They didn't die!
Look at all the survivors. Who survived the world's destruction? You did! Yes, you did!
You open up the box and there's just a doggy treat inside.
There's another Dalmatian in the box. Gift from Kiraga G! Faraga G! Thank you, I'm not gonna
Now, here's the cool thing. If you go to that door that's right in front of you, you keep going around. They have a whole house complex to themselves.
Oh no, yeah, I've been in here before, just not when there were puppies all over it.
I always found that funny. Like, oh yeah, it's not that. Yeah, their owners aren't even in this game. It's just the Dalmatians apartment complex where they've got like 3 whole rooms, and somehow
I'm just saying,
if
the
they owe
Dalmatians
anybody
have
rent,
all
they're
this
somehow
room.
paying it.
Sid, as far as I can tell, lives under his counter.
Funny you should say that.
Come on.
Alright, this is behind the hotel. Like, you guys gotta get out of here. In the Fire Emblem streams, there's like half an hour of base stuff before we do an actual first map. In these streams, it is half an hour of Traverse Town before doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, it's there's just a... Oh, wait, there's a chest up there.
Yeah.
Ow. I will say, as someone who, going through FF7, talked a lot about not being a fan of random encounters in that game, they are quite a bit in this game as well. Not as obtrusive as old Final Fantasy games, but definitely, but the sheer, like, amount of times they happen in one little area is kind of gratuitous.
Okay, I will say this: the difference between Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy in that regard is if you kill enough of the Heartless in one area without leaving the area, they will just stop.
Yeah,
you have to leave and come back in to reset it.
But it does mean that hypothetically, if you're just running around and trying to find a specific thing and crisscrossing areas multiple times, you fight a lot of these enemies a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. But, well, actually, funny you should say that. When you go to Jiminy's Journal in your menu later, and you go, there's a bestiary section there, and the game actually counts how many times you've killed each individual type of Heartless.
That's cool. That doesn't make it any less annoying to me, though.
No, I agree. To which I will counter-offer, you can run past a lot of these and not have to engage most of the
You
time.
can, unless you want to open a chest, in which case you do need to kill all of them to open
True.
it.
Also
like
true.
I'm doing right now.
Also true. Yeah.
I'm not saying there aren't, like, ways to get around it. It's very forgiving in that you can just leave the map most of the time.
Yeah.
But it means that if you want to actually interact with things, it can take you a little bit.
It can get tedious, yeah. And that I will agree with. But I do think it's a little different than the encounter rate for FF7.
Literally, where is this thing? Oh, is it? Oh, that's right. That's it.
Right there. Literally right in front of you. Not that way.
Well, yeah.
Shit, Sora, you got hops. The Lakers need you. Fully cleared that guy.
Jump. Wait till you get high jump later. That, then,
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took a sip of water in the load time, and then
no
it
worries.
was a little bit faster than I expected.
Yeah.
What?
Come on.
I love these dudes.
They're fun.
They're first,
Yeah.
like,
We've definitely
they're
talked
whimsical.
about the character designs in this game before, but really, they're
Oh, yeah.
very fun.
I love like their whimsical little like aviator caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the goggles.
The little propellers on their backs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's these guys.
I will say I know why they did it for Final Mix and whatnot, but and maybe it's nostalgia, just me being so familiar with the base game, but I do think I prefer the original skin colors for a lot of the Heartless in KH1 compared to what they did in Final Mix.
Yeah, I think they're like basically all of them were downgrades in my opinion.
Yeah. They're not bad, but they're a notable step down from what the original designs were.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have like a toggle option to get the original and to get the original skin colors on there.
Definitely agree with that. Also, I don't think we mentioned yet, both of us ended up like starting our own independent Kingdom Hearts playthroughs because we both were like
extremely funny.
We were both like, okay, this is fun. This looks fun.
Yeah, it was the for me it was I think I sent a gift to Spidey off stream of like the you got any more like the drug addict got meme or whatever. The guy's like, hey, you got any more of them
You got any more of them Kingdom Hearts in that bag of yours?
Yeah. Cause like it's been years since I last played this, and I mean, like I mentioned in the first stream, I bought the collection last year when I got my PS5. I've been busy playing other games. And then after watching this, I was like, oh wait, I can play it at home.
We have Kingdom Hearts at home. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Is there not, like... Is this not a shop?
No.
Oh.
No, it's called the Gizmo Shop. You cannot, in fact, actually buy gizmos here.
That's so fucked up.
And in fact, now that I think of it, there doesn't seem to be, like, a storefront of any kind here. In fact, I don't even know what this place does now that I think about it.
Why did Sid say it was open?
Okay,
I've been here before. I thought there was new shit.
Okay, no, I always assumed that, this was the internal mechanics powering the bell tower at the top.
Then why is it called the Gizmo Shop? That's...
This translation, I have no idea. Gizmo, I can understand. Shop is like the word of contention that we're having here.
I am blaming Sid Highwind for this.
True.
So I am being given
Fair.
another reason to
Go
hit.
up, go up, go. Cool.
Yes,
So now
you're
you're coming
old.
to all that over
Oh, wait a
again.
minute! The wrong house!
There was a
It's okay.
ladder right there.
I did not see it. I mean, it's okay. I can just run up to that now. I don't
Yeah,
need
no
to
worries.
fight them all.
It's like 10 seconds of backtracking. No worries.
So, how's everyone else's day been?
You know, that might be the funniest part. Like, now that we're back in, like, that Spidey and I are playing it ourselves off stream, I think we might start getting a bit more
All right, now there was
restless.
a
Unwittingly so, yeah. Right there.
To be fair, it blended in.
No, that's fair.
I don't think it did actually.
No, I think it did.
I'm
It's
willing
cool,
to believe
I'm-
the lie.
I'm very fine. I'm very normal. I'm so normal right now.
You sound
It's
so
perfect.
incensed.
It's like perfect style. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. It bothers me. It bothers
I
me a
don't-
lot.
I don't want to bring down the vibe.
Ow.
I didn't have a follow up to that.
So, I know where I am in my playthrough, and I think I told you told you both last night.
You guys are zoomy.
But where are you at in your playthrough, Spidey?
Last night I breezed through all of Wonderland and Olympus and Deep Jungle and the revisit to Twilight Town in like 3 hours.
Yeah. So
I
For
love
folks
that
in
red
the chat,
Trinity
here's
marks
what
are
I
them just
did.
bashing into shit.
I sent proof to okay, yeah. You want to go to the place you just broke down?
No, I know.
The-
No, I'm
the
just
Trinity-
I'm just looking around.
Okay.
This isn't gonna get any better, huh? We're not gonna get any better at this.
No, it's chill.
That's
Just
a
like
whole.
I like to look around places. I'm not trying to
That's
speedrun
fair.
Kingdom Hearts.
That's fair.
Oh, that's right. This is the
no-
whole thing.
Yeah, I'm holding back. So to hold myself back, I'll talk about what I did in my first playthrough, my playthrough when I started last week. I spent like the first 3 hours just fighting Waka over and over and over again on day one, getting tech points. And then I started the playthrough.
Yeah. Now we can finally play the game.
It could have been worse. I could have waited until I had scan. I only went until I got
Oh, so
guard.
that's Kingdom Hearts.
Funny thing is, you told me that, and I'm like, wow, that's really funny, but also completely deranged. I can't imagine doing that. And then in my playthrough, I did in fact grind at Destiny Islands until I was like level 10. I spent a good 3 hours just beating up children.
It's okay. One of them was racist, so he
Also-
deserved it.
Yeah.
I liked watching the Riku number go up.
Okay, this is where Donald the Goofy were at the.
Oh yeah, when they're looking for me.
I never actually knew you could go here. That's awesome.
I did.
Cool.
Yeah. I think I knew
Make sure
that,
thing is
but
still open. It
That's
didn't
wild.
reset the puzzle. Okay, good.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was
That
like,
would be utterly deranged.
that would
if
be
you had to
fucking
go do all that again.
psychotic.
yeah, I will say thanks to that, I beat Riku in every fight. He did beat me in the race, though, much to my disappointment.
He also beat me in the race, so I literally just kept reloading my save out of spite because I refused to give him one win.
I did just. In my defense, I had beaten him like 10 or 20 times already, so it was like, you know what?
Gotta back off, man.
I've reset this a couple of times. I'm tired. I don't. I don't care enough to put myself through this too many more times. So I let him have the one.
Nah, I couldn't live. I couldn't live with even that. I literally just like it bothered me too much.
Also, hey, the guard armor's back.
And the guard armor's dead.
Well,
I assume. I know there's a phase 2.
Welcome to Dark Souls. Honestly, though, if
Born of the Boreal Valley.
Souls-like, if this were Souls-like, though, this would basically be a Miyamoto type phase 2 moment.
Also, yes, I realized the hypocrisy of me being the one who was like, hey, you don't need to retry the race. It's not that big of a deal. But then, on my own time, I was like, it's such a big deal. I need to keep reloading until I win.
To be fair, it is different when it's like your personal pride.
That's true.
Like,
I'm not doing this for content, I'm doing this for me.
Yeah, like, make no mistake, if I wasn't streaming, I would have tried that race over and over again. I would have had that patience.
Yeah. When I was younger, I used to have it down to a science. It's just, one, I hadn't played it in a long time, so there was that, and I was also just like, I was ready to play other stuff in the game besides that.
Yeah.
So.
Also in the grand scheme of things, the race doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
You can literally reset the consequences of it with a button.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that doesn't change is that there's a shot where Sora pouts.
Oh well, you can't let that happen.
Yeah. He's so like literally like if you win, Riku's just like, dude, why are you so intense about this? It's just a race, it doesn't matter. And Sora gives the exact same angry look
right, yeah.
that he does when you lose.
I forgot about that.
Riku sucks. I love him.
He's such a jerk in this game.
It's the same type of stand as Star Platinum.
I love this attack.
Oh no!
That's so cool.
Oh no! It dodged directly into it.
It's very painful and not easy to avoid.
I'm morbidly curious to see if you can guard it.
Oh right, I can do that now. Do I actually wait? Can I? I might have forgotten to equip
I can't remember.
I
can't remember.
I unlocked it. I know for sure. I might have forgotten.
I will say, in my playthrough, despite spending so much extra time waiting to level up to get to guard, even since then, I've been relying far more on dodge roll.
Listen,
I mean, yeah.
I've been saying this for years. Blocking is for cowards. You dodge or you parry or you take the hit.
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been playing. It's like, okay, I either dodge or I try to parry it. And if I take the hit, well, then my timing was off, and that's on me.
This fight goes on for a while.
A little bit.
The fights, I feel like the fights feel like they last longer as long as you don't have scan equipped. Because
there's always that like when you don't know how much health there actually is.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you're here forever.
Yeah. Whereas once you have the visual indicator of how much HP the enemies have, the boss has, or whatever, typically the fight scene goes on a lot quicker. Except for one or two fights that I had last night in my playthrough where I was very low on resources and I kept having to dodge my way into winning. So that went on for a long time.
Hearing Sora's fight efforts, I was gonna joke that, the screen, the out of focus screen moving to the upper left.
Okay, so you got some impact. That's pretty cool.
I wish that they probably could have had recorded a few more fight efforts from Haley Joel. And then I remembered, gang, I've been watching The Boys recently. Haley Joel Osment is in that show, and every time I see him, I just think of Sora. And I don't have a funny follow-up for this. It's just like, man, you are Sora Kingdom Hearts and also in this notoriously grisly show.
Yeah.
Honestly, Haley Joel Osment in like the past decade or so, he's been in some really weird and kooky things.
Yeah.
He was in like I think the movie Tusk. He was in was it the Kaminsky Theory or whatever it was? Like he's been a bunch of different interesting character
that for a gummy piece.
Quirky shows.
I feel like Haley Joel Osment has had a similar career trajectory to freaking Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes,
Kinda,
very
yeah.
much.
But like beloved child actor grows up and just has the ability to be in like all the weird stuff he wants.
Yeah. So, I don't remember the name of the show. I think it's the Kaminsky Theory or the Kaminsky Effect or something like that, but it's a show about actors and like this acting school kind of thing or whatever. And I haven't watched much of it. Okay, so now you're gonna want to go to the 3rd district.
Oh, okay.
Or go inside the shop here. Yeah, go inside the shop here first.
I assumed that we were going to leave now.
Oh no, there's
This game
there's
could
plot.
use a bit more direction.
Yeah.
What the?
Hey, that's odd. Yeah.
Oh, he has a house! You know what? I immediately take that back. There's the direction.
Yeah. That was there since before this fight. That's what I was debating with Spidey about.
I don't really need any of this right now.
Anywho, in that show, Osment plays a supporting character who is, I think, at some point converts to Scientology.
Very
and
funny.
so like one of the other
no.
and so one of the main characters who's like his relative passes away, and there's this whole emotional funeral thing, and everybody's giving these eulogies, and his character comes up and he gives this whole Scientology themed thing about how since my late grandfather didn't see the light of day, he's now going to be reincarnated or something like that, and praise Xenu kind of thing, or whatever. It's this whole wacky cult thing. It's just really funny.
That's wild.
Haley Joel also voiced in NBA 2K19?
What? Wait, is that the one that has like the freaking live in the dream story mode? The best friends did.
Oh, maybe.
Let me look that up. NBA.
Okay, so yeah, the door to the 3rd district's in the middle corner.
That was 2K16. Never mind. Oh well.
Yeah, that
There
one.
it is.
Wait, no, that's right, because the friggin' best friends are already broken up by 2019. That's right.
Yeah.
Charting your life based on pre-SBF and post-SBF.
A little bit, yeah.
Pre-crisis
right
and post-crisis.
Yeah, no kidding.
What did I rewatch from them recently? I forget what it was. Oh, hi, Leon.
Oh, hi, Mark.
You guys ever hear of Maleficent? No, I don't think anyone ever saw that movie. I think anyone who did lies.
I have feelings about that movie. We'll save that for later. That's gonna be a whole thing.
A witch, man! She's a witch! I like the idea that Sid is freaked out by Maleficent being a witch when he has definitely fucking fought to save her Sephiroth.
Yeah. He's like, nah, man, that's materia. Magic is different.
Yeah. he's like Iron Man in Midnight Suns, where he's like, listen, technology is technology. I understand it. Magic is fucking wild, and it scares me.
Yeah. God.
Keeps me up at night, Sora. I just stare at the ceiling, trying to imagine how does it happen? How does it work?
I got out of that mess and came here with these guys, but Red 13, he didn't make it.
Oh, Nanaki, no. Wait, that's right. We never do see Nanaki in any of the Kingdom Hearts games.
I don't think
hope
so.
he's okay.
We don't see Barrett either, I don't think, right?
No.
Oh no, we don't!
Which is so sad, because I would... You know what it is? It's probably because he has a gun for an arm. Then again, Squall has a gun blade.
Yeah, but he doesn't... It's just like, the gun part doesn't matter at all.
That's
Yeah,
true.
It's just there for decoration.
The only thing that the gun blade is implied to be doing in Kingdom Hearts is shoot magic giant fireballs.
I like Donald tapping his foot impatiently.
Yeah. Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like, well, we're waiting.
Oh man, I would love to see Barrett. Now that I said that, I would love to see Barrett interact with Sora. That'd be so
That
cool.
would be pretty funny, actually.
You see, it's just as I told you.
Hi, Riku.
While you toiled away trying to find your dear friend, he quite simply replaced you with some new companion.
Imagine if Sora just turned around, saw Riku through the window, and we're like,
Goofy totally has line of sight.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
Gorge.
better off without that wretched boy. Now think no
It's
more
me,
about
boy.
what
I'm the
you
PS5, speaking to you inside your brain.
searching for.
Leave the boy. We don't need him.
No, it's literally Satan from the Shadow the Hedgehog commentary. Hey, it's me, the devil.
Riku, come with me. I'm here to convince you to do sin.
I love you.
Warp G. Now I can jump to worlds. Thanks for the shortcut, Sid.
Yeah.
What's my
Congratulations, you no longer have to freaking do a gummy ship mission every time you want to revisit an old world.
real job? Fantastic. Let's growing stronger.
Talk to yeah.
It's
hi,
not a
Yuffie.
problem
You had
for
no dialogue in that scene. I guess not that it Aerith, but at least she was in like sight. This is very just like FF7.
True. Donald totally caused like 95% of Riku's character development. That's true.
Now,
Yeah.
in my playthrough, I went back here later. I don't know how much later into the game it has to be to trigger this, but I went back and I talked to Aerith again, and it triggered a different dialogue from her.
Oh, well, you know what? Let me just here. Let me. Goofy.
Yeah,
learn
let's see.
tornado.
Let's experiment. Yeah.
Whee! No.
Okay. No.
Never
So-
mind.
Who knows what'll set that off? But anywho,
Ow.
it's
Who's
nothing
to
really.
say?
It's nothing
Much
important,
to
but it's a
consider.
fun little wink and nod to some stuff.
Aerith's just like, you know, I've seen Genova. Dialogue ends. Just fuck.
Remember, Soras, corporations aren't your friends.
You know what? I just figured it out. I figured out why Barrett can't be in Kingdom Hearts.
Because
he's an eco-terrorist.
Because Disney won't allow him. He won't allow him to speak the truth.
No. Here's the real reason why. It's because Nomura hates parent figures in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
you
no,
know what? Actually,
That's
I would
true.
believe
Barrett
that.
in Kingdom Hearts interact with Sora. There's no way he wouldn't end up being his father figure.
I'm in the gummy
That's
block
why.
business. Why do you make it sound illicit, Sid? I'm smoking gummy blocks. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This gummy block got me speaking Esperanto.
We're on that Faraga pack. Smoke and Buster Swords.
Gonna find the match to this one? Aw, Sid, you're making this complicated.
Don't worry about it. The game will tell you when it's important.
No, I know. No, I know. I wasn't being serious.
Yeah. And don't worry, the answer is never.
Sometimes I just say things. Who else from FF7 would I want to see in a Kingdom Hearts game who isn't? I guess Vincent never appears, but like,
no.
Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Now I looked this up and I don't know how true. Oh wait, there's somebody in here with you guys. Don't leave the shop, but there's somebody right. Okay, behind the counter here.
Oh,
okay, no, back.
Let me discover, please.
Okay, sorry.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Hi, Pinocchio.
What?
He's so
I
small.
completely forgot about this.
I think I only discovered this on my first play. This past week. I've played this game so many times. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
He's so small.
Oh, hi, Jiminy.
What are you crouching on the floor? What are you doing here?
What in the world are you doing down here?
Yeah, Jiminy, you're asking the right questions.
Playing hide and seek.
How are you hiding? You're next to a counter.
Well, I mean,
He's shit at hide and seek.
you almost missed him.
You know what? Yeah, that's.
And Spidey and I had never seen this before.
It was a present from the sky. I think he called himself Lushu.
Shut up! Shut up!
No, the actual answer is funnier. Is even funnier than that.
Why not? Why wait? Why not just take it?
Because yeah, that's an item. That's an item that we caught him stealing.
What if
He was trying to steal from the shop while the shopkeep wasn't around.
That's really funny.
What if I want something really bad, but somebody else have it? Well, that's stealing. That's actually one of the worst crimes we have. No, but you don't understand. I want it more.
Jiminy's like, you don't understand, Pinocchio. Emulation is piracy. It's illegal.
It's a felony.
But Jiminy, what if the games I want to emulate aren't legally acquirable anymore? What if they're abandonware? Well, it's just not right, Pinocchio.
Doesn't matter, Pinocchio. The corporations make the rules.
We just have to follow them like good little cogs.
Now listen to Big Brother.
we will. Sora's like, I don't want to get involved in this. He's so salty. Now, Pinocchio, Jiminy says stealing is wrong. However...
But Clive Rossfield says we have to destroy the crystals.
The legacy of the crystals has...
Clive walks in like, don't worry, little puppet boy. It's okay with me if you steal.
Clive has in fact already broken the glass. What did Jiminy say to do with Pinocchio?
They're looking for Geppetto now. But
okay.
Don't worry about it. That's
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's not like an actual objective. That's just like a plot point that has been introduced now.
Yeah. Like I said, I had played this game plenty of times over the years, and I don't think I have ever seen that until last week.
He was very small.
Wait, is Geppetto the only dad in Kingdom Hearts?
No.
Shit, maybe.
Triton. King Triton.
Okay. So, So the only dads in the series are ones from existing Disney movies, and even then, that's not a large number.
Okay, so what you're gonna
two
want to do?
warp holes.
Yeah. So what you're gonna want to do to, you're gonna want to warp drive to you want to fly to either Okay. So what you'll want to do here is either begin a normal flight to Wonderland, or warp to Olympus Coliseum and start a flight to Deep Jungle, and then on that path, the warp will be there, and you go into the warp, and that will set you to a new world.
I see.
That is way too complicated.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, question.
Yeah,
Hypothetically, which of these warp holes is fitting the stream title? Hypothetically.
They both go to the same place, I think.
Oh.
They're just different ways. It's just your different option of which one
okay.
they go to.
Okay, time for more gummy ship.
Yay!
My favorite.
Aren't you so excited for more gummy ship? Don't you love the gummy ship?
I'm not.
By the way, I spent like an hour.
It's gummy
last
ship,
week,
everyone's best friend.
You know, it could be worse. It could be the
be.
Batmobile in Arkham Knight.
Oh my god, that's true. What a game I have not thought about in a hot second.
No one ever thinks about Arkham Knight anymore, and when they do, it's never pleasant.
Hey, did you guys see the Arkham VR shit they're doing?
I did. For 2 minutes, I was like, "Oh my gosh, is the Batman Arkham subreddit finally gonna stop going insane?" And the answer was no.
No, they got more insane, cause that was a cruel trick. that had to have been on purpose.
The absolute will never end. Is there a lore reason for this? Are they stupid?
It's okay. So yeah, there's the.
There we go.
The
and you can just so you totally can just avoid it. That's very funny.
I was just thinking it would be so funny if you just didn't go through it.
Second thought, let's not go through the warp hole. It's a silly place.
We've made that reference in literally every stream so far.
And it's funny every time.
That's true. I wasn't arguing, just commenting. Oh, look at these!
Oh, Jesus Christ! Hi.
Look at these Andros-looking dudes with their Super Saiyan hair.
I do enjoy
have the
that the
brains
gummy
to rule
environments just
Lilac.
keep getting more and more unhinged.
Yeah. We are in, like, full-on, like, Steve Ditko Doctor Strange territory right now.
Yeah.
Like these things are being piloted by the mindless ones. Doctor Strange is fighting Dormammu just off screen.
He gets hit by a stray gummy laser.
Power of the Creator! Power of the Destructor! Chaotic Flame! Burn to cinders!
Oh god, there's more?
It never ends when you think it will.
Oh, and I have to go through the warp holes every time I want to warp to the other section of the map. I can't use the warp G.
No, you'll get to once you get to the world you're on track for, you can immediately just use the warp G anytime you want to travel between there. The option between the two will pop up.
There we go.
Speaking of...
Fire on Agrabah! Take their oil! Flame it in the name of Disney Castle!
Oh, no.
Plumb the Cave of Wonders for all it's worth! Yep.
You okay there? You okay there, game?
I've realized, I think I know why this is happening, actually. So I installed this to an external drive, for space reasons. However, I am a bad user of electronics, and so my externals,
And the keyhole.
their cables are a little
Sora.
fucked up.
Are searching for it
So their
now.
connection speed isn't as good as it should be.
Certainly find it
So I think what's
soon.
happening is, it's like throttling a
So
little
let's
bit and
just
has to slow
leave.
down so it can load everything.
Jafar, I've looked everywhere for Jasmine. She's
Now, is this Gilbert Godfrey, or is this a really
Yes, it
famous
is.
impersonator?
I was gonna
Okay.
say, that
Is it in fact-
sounded like real Gilbert
Yeah.
Gottfried.
That's what I thought.
You said you had things under control.
Agrabah is full of holes for rats to hide in.
I love Jafar so much.
But why worry about Princess Jasmine?
And this is again another
We
example of like
sold
how
out her.
in this
Sure,
game
this
the Disney worlds
powers
matter to the
find
plot.
keyhole.
Hmm.
We need all 7 princesses of heart to open the final
It is one of
door.
those things where,
Any fewer,
I do love Organization 13,
Well,
but their
Same.
very
Yeah.
like presence in the plot in later elements is kind of why the Disney villains like kind of stop interacting like this
Yeah.
in later
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts games.
And that's a shame.
Even then, though, I feel like you could do more to have. Like we'll see when we get to Kingdom Hearts 2. There are ways to have Organization 13 present and actually involved with the Disney world and have it matter to the story in some regard.
Yeah.
There's
And they
one
just
world
don't-
in particular that I know you're thinking of that like it does that really well.
Yeah.
Oh, right into it.
Like, right into it.
Ow. Ow. Oh, wait. After this, I gotta make sure I have guard on, because I do not remember if I do.
I don't even know if you have it yet.
I
What
definitely
level are
have it,
you?
because I remember unlocking it, going, oh hey, I have guard, and then forgetting to equip it.
Okay.
I just don't remember if I
Press
fixed
square.
it or if it remained a problem.
Is it okay for the Heartless to be dressed like that, by the way? Is that cultural appropriation?
I was
Yes,
wondering that
next
myself
question.
in my playthrough.
I mean, not the worst of their crimes,
I
but
do have guard on. Okay. It's pressing square.
You will want to equip Stun Impact.
Stun
That
impact is quite good.
yeah,
I
like
just got these on. Yeah, sure. What, 2?
jackpot.
Jackpot.
This party's getting crazy.
Jackpot.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
rock.
I would love to see
I
Goofy.
should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
Why? Max! Maxie!
Wee! Wee!
Aw.
You don't understand, Dad. I need more power.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Pete's just like, yeah, why do you refuse to embrace your power? The power of our father, Sparta.
Does this make what's Pete's son? Does this make PJ
PJ.
Nero?
I was going with Max as Nero, but like I guess that would be. So I guess Dante doesn't
man.
have a kid, so I guess Max isn't anybody then.
Max is just a guy.
Max is crew cut. There we go.
I know what to do. This won't break the door, right? No, it will. How do we...
You ain't Goofy. Why'd you do that?
Oh, there we go. It was a test. It was an experiment.
Oh no!
This puzzles me.
Well,
How are you supposed to get that up there anyway?
the
Because
answer,
like
you're not. You're supposed to get that thing down. See
well,
the
how
green
is that
trinity?
possible?
The green trinity.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
And I
that's just not a
can't
thing we can do
that
right now.
yet.
Yeah. That comes later.
Lame.
That's forbidden content.
Not allowed.
But we put this chest here specifically so you couldn't open it. Because we hate you.
We put this here
We want
to
you to come back later. To mock you.
Because we're Square Enix, and life is a freaking nightmare.
Oh, hell yeah. How am I going? An hour? Real quick, I'm gonna be slightly obnoxious. You see, gang, I can run ads now. And
Ooh.
I don't want to be obnoxious about that. But also, money. So
give us some money!
We want a gift! But only if it's money! So what I'm gonna
money
do real
for
quick,
you specifically.
Is it
Yeah.
money for me? You guys don't get any.
Aw.
Yeah, money
was
for
a
thee,
joke.
not for me.
So what I'm gonna do real quick, gang, is I'm going to run a 30-second ad once I figure out how to do that manually.
Okay.
I literally discovered how to do this manually and then fully forgot between now and then. Give me one
Well, in that case,
second.
I will be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna
it's
go to
also
the
a little break.
bathroom and then get some water.
I'll do a minute ad then. Give us a little bit more time.
Okay.
How do I do this? I forget. I literally figured out how to do this. And then I've fully forgotten. I'm such a good streamer. Okay, wait a minute. I can figure this out. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Okay. Now that I know how to do this, quick ad break, everybody. See you in a hot sec. You know, I don't even know if it actually worked. I guess I'll know if everyone just suddenly starts saying, hey, there's no ad here. Oh, right, Doom, you don't have ads. That's right. I guess I have no way of knowing if that actually worked, right? And I guess on the VOD, it's just a minute of me going, hey, is this working? It's Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 remixes, me. I guess I should be saying stuff while the ad is running, right? What is streamer etiquette? I can't see the... Will it let me know? I should set a thing up for this. Has it been a minute? I literally don't know. Yeah, I'll definitely have to figure this out in the future. I know there's a whole way you can set up. It has to have been a minute by now, right? I should have set a timer for myself. This is going strong. I'm gonna unpause. Hello!
Hello!
I think it's been a minute. I wasn't actually keeping
I am
track.
here.
Watashi da kita!
Thank you. Thank you for getting that. But yeah, I got the stream open on my phone right now, and yeah, we are live currently.
Fantastic. I will. I know we're still waiting for Shane. I will unpause and play because like it's just killing Heartless anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if that did the ad actually run.
It did. I saw it for
good. Okay.
On my phone while I was getting up to go to the bathroom.
The entire time it was running, I was going, you know, I can't see it, so I have no idea if it actually works. Oh god, spider pots!
This is it.
The spider.
Oh god, it's Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5. Is this Kingdom Hearts 4? You're right, we finally got it.
Whoa, it's real.
I'm glad they went back to a retro look for it. I think it really fits.
Kingdom Hearts 4D make. Sora's going up inside this ancient Arabian firehouse. Get it? Because there's a pole. There's like
I get it.
Like,
I'm picking up.
Not my best joke. Sometimes just say whatever's in your head, you know, but fill the silence.
Beg.
Ayo.
I don't hear you asking loud enough. Pitiful.
Foolishness, carpet. Foolishness. And the magic carpet will look up and whisper, "Save us." And I will look down and whisper, "No."
Fucking bye.
And he just left.
He books it. Doesn't even say thank you.
I mean,
the carpet sucks.
I mean, technically he can't say anything, but he didn't even. Oh, the chest, just the right.
Oh, you're
right,
totally
right there.
right.
Right, it's right. What? Mech Elixir?
Just in a random tiny chest.
See, I was gonna apologize for backseat gaming, but no, I was.
That was important.
Yeah, like we were saying before, this game, in a way, I didn't realize until I started replaying it for myself so many years after the fact. This game gets kind of directionless.
Oh, look, we found all the other carpets.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wait, this is where I came from.
You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of starting to realize why the Kingdom Hearts LP curse has become a thing.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to realize why this game damages friendships.
No, we're built different. Did something happen to the Kingdom Hearts TFS Let's Play?
I don't think it did.
No. This was back when the TFS gaming
when they were whole
was around.
Well, not just when they were whole, but like this was like really like this is going on the same time as like they were really doing like the stuff like the Fallout 4 and Bloodborne and especially the Nuzlocke. So they were just sort of kind of had it all down to a science and whatnot. And they were all just kind of easier to schedule that together and whatnot.
Aladdin. Where might I find this?
Aladdin.
I really like that I didn't even clock this. The plot of Aladdin has been altered significantly by the presence of the Heartless.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's this. Like honestly, I think two of the best examples of that in this game are Agrabah and Little Mermaid. So Atlantica. The key.
This is all your fault, Jafar. There wouldn't be any Heartless in the kingdom if you fixed the social and economic inequality like you promised.
I keep trying to resist the urge to make Twisted references.
Twisted. Hey, anyone in the chat who has not seen Twisted, the musical, go do it right now. In fact, leave the stream and go watch it.
Agreed.
It's a better use of your time, to be honest.
Honestly, true.
It is so
I would
good.
argue, in fact, that it is the superior version of Aladdin.
There's a case to be made. It made me cry more than Aladdin ever has.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I will say though, my hot take as far as like Disney Aladdins go, I like the original Aladdin film. My favorite growing up was always King of Thieves.
I do not recall if I've seen it.
I have seen all of the Aladdin movies, but it's been like a while.
Return of Jafar is easily the weakest. I think anybody would agree with that.
I don't think anyone's gonna argue that.
Yeah, I don't see anybody coming to defend Return of Jafar, but King of Thieves rocks. The Disney dad of that film, Aladdin's father, Kasim, is an all-timer in my opinion. He is fantastic.
Voiced by John Rhys Davies, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh wait, no kidding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
That's so cool.
And they actually got, and that was like the one time after the original film that they got Robin Williams to come back as Genie.
Yep.
No kidding.
All right, Kasim. Yeah, voiced by John Rhys Davies. Heck
That's so cool.
He is. I love the dynamic that Aladdin and Kasim have in that film.
Yeah.
Nice jump. Nah, you didn't see anything.
Like, obviously, the animation is better in the original film for obvious reasons. You know,
because it was actually done by friggin' the main Disney studio.
Yeah, whereas King of Thieves was animated by, I think, probably the same team that did the main TV show.
Yeah.
Just with maybe slightly higher budget here and there, but because the King of Thieves is basically a finale movie for the TV show, if I remember correctly.
That's so interesting.
I want to say that's right.
Oh no!
Yeah, because
fools. Now, where'd it go?
Oh. Yeah, because like Return of Jafar was basically like the pilot of the TV show, right?
I believe so. Yeah. And King of Thieves is sort of the big finale where everything's wrapped up and whatnot, and like heck, even the opening song is all about, oh yeah, they're finally getting married. They're finally getting married. So like, there's a whole big deal about that.
Yes. Return of Jafar was May 1994. The animated series premiered in. Oh, never mind. The TV series actually predates Return of Jafar. That's very weird.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
But yeah, TV show ended in 95. King of Thieves was 96. So yeah, King of Thieves was in fact like the unofficial like finale to the TV series.
Yeah, my guess in that case is Return of Jafar was probably like an event movie, going off the show being greenlit and whatnot. Was like, okay, here's the event kind of thing.
So
kind of like how for
that doesn't make sense though, because like the Return of Jafar is what sets up the status quo of like Iago getting his redemption.
I have no idea.
You know what I wonder? And I say this while having no information about what actually happens in these movies. I wonder if it was one of those things where they were meant to go together more closely, but production was taking a long time on one or the other.
That wouldn't surprise me if Return of Jafar was supposed to come out first, but like they didn't get it done in time.
Yeah, that could be it.
Because that happens with a lot of. I think that's like. This didn't happen with it, but it's like the vibe between like Dirge and Crisis Core, where there's like so much in them that is like working exactly opposite with the other sets up.
Yeah.
All
I know is I always liked King of Thieves, and I would reference. So I would make references for years to that musical, even after high school and whatnot, like when I was in college, I'd be making references to that. So like anytime when I was in a film group or whatever, and we had a newcomer in, I'd send him like the link to the YouTube video that had "Welcome to the 40 Thieves." Congratulations, Bob, you've joined the club, and everybody here agrees.
Oh wait, I know where to go. I think.
Welcome to the 40 Thieves.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
that's right. That's right, Sayo Mayos. It is the one with the hand of Midas. And Genie turns into Steamboat Willie at one point.
I was totally right. Return of Jafar was commissioned as to be like the pilot of the Aladdin TV series, but for some reason, the series premiered first. That's
so
very
funny.
weird.
Oh,
Hi, Carpet.
Fascinating.
All
okay.
aboard! As was the style at the time.
So Aladdin is just here now, and he is dying.
Aladdin's going through it. Oh god. No, he is, like, he's gone. We're too late.
We slowly faded into darkness and let the archangels take him.
Eventually, Aladdin stopped thinking.
But I forgot that's what Sun Impact looked like. That's really cool.
Right?
Sora's doing the freaking like Black Panther move, like after he absorbs like all the energy.
Yeah! Straight up like a Blanca super as well.
Yeah.
Spidey, check your messages. I just sent you something.
Oh, speaking of Blanca supers, I can't wait until Akuma comes out in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. He looks so cool.
They somehow did. I forget. I saw them talk about this on like a Castle Super Beast clip, where like they somehow managed to like give like a more detailed depiction of the raging demon that doesn't make it look more lame.
Yeah.
Okay. How did Aladdin do this? You were in quicksand there. How'd you just get up?
Human will.
Holy crap! It's Homer Simpson.
Yeah. There's some line reads coming up for Genie that you really hear the Homer.
Yeah.
Same old stuff. Hunting legendary treasure.
Is that real?
Same old stuff, as if this is not the first time we've ever met.
Found that magic carpet.
I think all of the Aladdin cast are like, besides Genie, like the original actors.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Leave the intros to a professional, the one and only Genie of the Lamp. Rub up the lamp and have your dearest wishes granted. Today's winner is Aladdin. Congratulations.
Yes, perfect.
They couldn't have timed it better. They couldn't have timed that better.
Literally every time it pauses, it does so with the best comic timing possible.
A 2 wish, a 3 wish. Then I make like a banana and
I wish for a sandwich.
And let me tell you what a doozy that wish was.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you have for wish number 2?
Oh, they had fun doing this bit.
Yeah.
Money, royalty, fame.
I mean, it's not a shocker. Genie, from what I could be wrong, but from what I understand, in general, a lot of folks at Disney, Genie's like one of the favorites because the energy and the chaotic magic powers that open up the door for all sorts of wild stuff that they can do with
I mean, like in general, who doesn't love Genie?
Yeah.
Named Jasmine.
Me, I say, lying.
But she's a and she could never fall for a guy like me.
Dude,
I'm poor.
We spoke with her just a few minutes ago. She's totally crushing after you.
What?
He's also gonna die.
Yeah. Priorities.
I guess drop Goofy. Actually, Aladdin, can I see what you can do first? No.
You'll get your nut out. Your eternal nut out.
Shut the fuck up.
One thing I think is really interesting here is they completely do away with Aladdin's character arc in the film for the purposes of
I guess you
having
don't get out much, huh?
this Agrabah fit into the better narrative of the game.
There's not really any room for him to be doing the whole like
Exactly.
pretending to be a prince bit. Like,
Yeah, no, exactly.
monsters are invading from beyond time and space. We got bigger concerns.
Nah, what he has to do is he still wishes to be a prince,
piece of a
but now
much
he
bigger
uses his
cogwheel that's
princely
going on
army.
here.
You do that?
Genie, it's a promise. After we help Jasmine.
Well, it's not just like the pretending to be a prince, but like the whole thing of like, okay, not to be caught up in a lie and whatnot. That the truth is important. You know, be allowing to be yourself. But I honestly I think it's the right call that they don't focus on that here. Like,
yeah, no, like again, we got bigger fish to fry right now.
Well, this isn't Aladdin's story. This is Sora's story. Quite literally, if you go in Jiminy's journal, it says Sora's story.
I'm just saying, Alibaba would have an army at his disposal to fight the Heartless with, so, you know, I'm just saying.
See, what we should have done is we should have recruited Prince Ahmed.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Donald would have had some words to say about that, considering the no meddling rule.
Oh no, keep Sabor away from him.
The callback. Oh.
That's a joke with layers, gang.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Did you hear that, lads? Our prince has made love to a tiger.
I love that. Yeah, I love like Silver said. That's a callback with multiple layers going on.
Yeah. Running jokes.
Bits.
Well played.
This is it.
Sora beating the heck out of that wall.
Is there anything? Oh, there it is. That's right. Ow.
Stop! He's already dead!
Oh, that's right. This is blocked off right now.
Maybe
right.
that precarious.
Ow.
Oh, never mind. I'll hold off.
These things are freaky. I love these.
Yeah.
I know. There's some great Heartless designs in Agrabah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Donald. Wait a minute.
Just putting this out there.
Yep.
That thing was relevant.
Yeah, it's like, Sora holds a giant key. I wonder if that could be relevant.
I don't know. I don't think this is a key.
You know what? You might have a point there.
After a certain point, we really start stretching the definition of key.
That is
Show
true.
me the door this fucked up thing is meant to open.
I mean, it gets to the point where, by one particular game, Nomura opted to reinvent what key meant. By making a pun out of it.
Are you talking about the fucking Shy Blade or whatever?
It's Kai, pronounced key.
Nope, I'm pronouncing it Shy.
Cause, some say Cosm.
Show me who says Cosm. Nikolaj's a fraud. Jafar's after Jasmine.
That's funny, before Birth by Sleep... Before Birth by Sleep
He wants
came
that
out,
hole so bad.
Oh my... And see, I like this. I like that Genie would know. I like that Genie would know, but it's been so long that he's forgotten. That's such a great character bit.
Oh yeah.
Again, going back to the motif of like they really thought about like how to incorporate the Disney worlds into the plot. They also thought about like how like being involved in like these wacky like Keyblade Heartless multiverse shenanigans would how would the people in this world like how would these characters like who would be aware of what's going on?
Yeah, big time.
That and also like when the Heartless arrive and whatnot, all this stuff happens, like, how would everybody react? Like, Halloween Town is really fun in that regard. Like, how Jack and the citizens of Halloween Town react to these monsters showing up out of nowhere. They have a very fun angle that's so fitting for them, but atypical to everyone else.
I'm really looking forward to getting to Halloween Town. Like, that was, like... That's always been like one of my favorite worlds.
Yeah, I said it in the first stream. That's the world, like it was the screenshot of gameplay in that world specifically, where Sora was fighting Heartless alongside Jack and Donald. Where I thought, like, okay, I need this game in my life.
Ow, dick. Aladdin. Where did you learn how to fight?
And honestly, for all my complaints about the Disney worlds being generally filler in Kingdom Hearts 2, Halloween Town and KH2 is really fun filler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sora meeting Santa and his reaction to all of that is priceless.
All right. Round 2.
Does it really add up to anything in the grand scheme of things with the Organization 13? No, but man, if it's not fun.
No. I can totally get up there. Actually, no, I totally can't.
You can, and at a later point in the game.
Nah, I'd lose.
This is where I came from before. Okay, cool.
It seems you lack high jump.
What? He still jumps pretty high.
He does, but believe me when I tell you, when you get high jump, there is a notable difference. Sora, despite being a shorty, you know, we were already saying like, okay, could have gone pro in the NBA, but that really
Sora like played kindergarten ball, could have gone pro.
Could have been a contender.
No way! Played blitzball as a kid. Could have gone pro.
Okay, so these might look like the mushrooms from last stream, but they, as you can see already, are very different.
A little bit.
And when you actually get scanned and look at their HP, you're gonna hate these guys so much.
Oh, I am quite. Oh god, whoa! I am hyper poisoned. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they poisoned you.
Oh shit! Okay, no, well now I'm poisoned again. That's quite unkind.
These guys freaking suck. Oh wow, that was a lot of the XP.
So here's the twist with these guys. Their HP is tiny, like it's fractional. The problem is they have like insane defense, and then it's invincible gimmick to where they arm it up and they're just completely impervious to damage. But even without that, their defense stat is through the roof, so it takes a lot of hits for this tiny margin of HP to go to hit 0.
So is there even like a trick with those guys, or you just have to keep hitting?
You have to keep hitting them and avoid getting poisoned, and you know, wait for them to get out of invulnerability mode.
Okay, cool. That sucks.
Yeah, a little bit.
I hate them. I genuinely hate them. They are obnoxious.
I do wish.
And since they look like the other Heartless that are harmless and have like this other gimmick that's all about, you know, rewarding you with treasure stuff, you think like initially like, oh, they're not too bad or whatever, and then this, and you keep thinking like, oh, they've got to have a lot of health, and you get scanned and you target onto them, and they've got like this tiny little bar, and it takes forever for them to die.
Like, it's like Sans Undertale. He's the weakest enemy.
Change the party?
He has 1 HP and 1 defense.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna say, I understand why the Trinity Marks need Sora, Donald, and Goofy specifically, but also, it's a little annoying that it's kind of suboptimal to ever take the Disney characters actually with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
that's why they never bring the Trinities back after this game.
It's a neat mechanic that encourages you to never switch your party members.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when, and granted, this changed after this. I think this changed with Final Mix, but in the base game, there's at least one Trinity Mark in one world that you can miss permanently. That will be, if you don't get it before something happens in the plot of that world, it's gone forever.
Oh no.
Good luck getting the 100% completion now, loser.
I know you're.
Yeah,
nah,
that happens,
you're done.
Yeah, if that happens, you have to start all over again. And it's a pretty late world too. Actually, Spidey, do you remember which one that is? Which one I'm talking about?
I do not.
Let me type it for you.
There we go.
I'll double check before we get to that world. I think they patched it so that way in Final Mix and in like the remasters.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they patched it so where like okay, there you can still find the mark afterwards. But yeah, okay, so yeah, in the base game, if you miss this particular one, it's gone.
Jeez.
Hi, Jafar. Oh, plunging attack!
Setting your sights a little high, aren't you, boy?
Boy.
Back to your hole, street rat.
You know, it was me.
To trouble the princess anymore.
His eyebrows are going crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, Jafar is a great pick for a Disney villain to be part of Kingdom Hearts narratively.
Oh yeah.
Wish left. You're making this really easy, you know?
So sorry.
And see, this is what I mean, like...
I'm afraid your second wish has been denied.
Yeah,
I love his voice so much.
Aladdin burns through his first two wishes.
It was in your hand.
That in this game.
I'm sorry, Al.
Oh no!
Now, I bid you all farewell. Attack!
Thunder!
I love this bit.
It's a big, horrible bug thing.
And for the entire boss fight, you can just hear Jasmine screaming for help the entire time, but you don't know which spot she's in.
Oh, that's freaky! I love this thing!
Yeah, it's a great little detail.
Oh god, yeah, you totally can hear her. Help!
She's having a bad time.
This is not
She's
great.
So scared.
Oh god. Oh,
and it doesn't matter how many. It doesn't matter if you get all the pots.
Ow.
You never free her.
The game was rigged from the start.
Oh, this thing's weird. I love this thing. Ow! What hit me? Oh, what?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Oh, that.
You got your HP went to 0.
No, I understood.
You weren't healing yourself.
I understand literally how it happened. I mean, I didn't see what hit me.
It was one of the jars came in from the.
No,
from the left.
never mind.
Sorry.
I think the point is it's less a matter of not understanding what happened and more a matter of why is that what happened.
Ah. Pardon me.
Come on!
My apologies.
Very good.
So, like, that's such a demented little thing to do to add to the fight.
Goofy. Ow. Wah! Very Luigi coded sound.
Yeah,
yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah, just sneak by you. Did not sneak by you well enough.
Yeah, in general, the games want you to have the local Disney supporting members in your party, but with the Trinity stuff, it's counterproductive. That's
extreme.
Wait, why does it have lightning powers?
Let me fix that real quick. Sorry, one sec.
How is this weird bug thing having lightning powers even close to being thematically relevant?
Yeah, who knows?
How is that part of the gimmick?
Hello? Uh-oh. Hang on one second. Hello? I'm not. Okay. Or at least I might be on stream. Voice meter is not detecting me. So they cannot hear me. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Okay, there we go.
We can hear you.
I just had to fix my mic because Doom said there was static.
People on stream, are you hearing okay? Okay, awesome.
Yes, yeah.
Everything is cool and fine and dandy and chill and nice
Just a
and
dandy
good.
guy in Agrabah.
In space.
I gotta stop referencing Space Dandy because every time I do, I'm like, man, I should watch Space Dandy again.
Yeah, I actually finished Space Dandy. I watched the first few episodes and I'm like, wow, this is really good, and then I stopped for no reason.
Oh, it's fantastic. It is one of those shows that I say is so much better than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
Because I think like, I really don't think Space Dandy has that strong of a pitch. Admittedly.
Yeah, it's the kind of show, it would have been so easy for it to be bad, you know?
Yes!
Wait, it doesn't have that much going on it besides, like, sheer vibes and charm.
But then the vibes are just so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, get down here.
Also, like, the man's to be said, Ian Sinclair.
Oh my, he's fantastic!
Low-key, one of the best voice actors in the biz right now.
A big time. Like, just fantastic as Space Dandy, fantastic as the narrator in Kaguya. I don't like Cross Tag Battle, but he does great as Gordeau in that.
Yeah,
like,
freaking Brook, your boy from One Piece.
Oh, no kidding,
the
that's so
man
cool.
himself. Yeah. Yo 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 yo.
Uh-oh. Sorry, heal. There we go. There's more of you!
How many pots are in this city?
Then Agrabah's cultural exports, very pot-based, and not in, like, the fun way.
If we need a link right now more than ever.
Shit. Uh-oh. Might die again.
Oh,
no.
do it! Okay, we do it. We do it. We clutch it out.
No. There we go.
And by we, I mean just you, actually. Now
you're moral support.
I'm just here for moral support.
Yeah.
Ow.
I wouldn't say I'm doing particularly good at it right now, either.
I think Goofy... Just chill.
He needs a minute. He's resting. This thing's a lot tougher than I remember.
It is also quite possible that I am just a little underleveled, as is often the case for me when I play any video game.
True. That might be it.
Ow.
If you need to grind, I have an idea, actually.
I know there's the Olympus tournament.
That was the idea.
Yeah.
You got it in one.
Yeah, I don't know if the Phil Cup has opened up yet. I think
it has. It opens up after you complete
Traverse Town.
Traverse Town.
Okay, then yeah. If this is if this isn't being too much, just go ahead and do the Phil Cup.
I think I'll have this fight. It'll just take a hot sec.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't mean like right now. I meant like
yeah.
This world,
Stop
maybe.
the fight. Go fight Cloud.
Okay. The sound design, unlike the pot spiders too.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
The spider. One touch from Arachnus Deathicus will kill you instantly.
Thank you. Was that a Madam Web reference, or was that just a
that was
reference?
that was Megamind.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, good. Speaking of Megamind, I watched Shifrillus's video about the new Megamind movie and its accompanying show.
Ooh, speaking of scams.
No.
Very good video, not a very good movie or show.
No! How will I deal with 4 villains at once? Shoot them with the dehydration gun!
Yeah! Never seen a sequel that has more apt to just straight up forget what the protagonist can do.
Yeah.
Jasmine! Ow. You know what, guys? Later.
You can leave!
Hit
Just
the brakes!
walk out! Real winners quit!
Oh, I should have gone to the save point, actually. That's okay, I just
Well,
won't
there's
die.
a save point. There's a save point here at the gates.
Okay,
if you go back to
good.
the shop thing, remember? Yeah, if you go to the shop.
Well, I have not been here yet.
Images that inspire fear.
If Link were here, he'd know what to do.
Okay, go back from where you were at.
Yeah, because I'm gonna hit that save point while I have the chance. Ow.
Two-star family secret technique?
What? Hi.
What?
I do
what
not
are you
like
doing
that character
here?
model. It feels like he's looking right at me specifically.
Yeah, through the
Not
void.
a fan. We're barely scraping by.
Please, please, I need money. I need to feed my children.
Straight up goes, we are not having a good time. Agrabah has fallen.
We are freaking under attack.
We are under siege. Also, you have scan now, so you might want to equip that if you can.
That is true.
Yeah.
Actually, while I'm here, change this to
Blizzard.
thunder and change this to cure.
Yeah.
Actually, I could probably even drop fire, honestly. Absorbs damage, that's actually quite good.
Yeah.
There are some fights later where, like, you will need arrow.
Yeah. Arrow is clutch.
That is a low-key a vital part of your arsenal.
MP Rage?
Rage!
I love that all of Donald's abilities revolve around just being fucking angry.
On brand.
Very
I
much.
understood the assignment.
Yeah, we'll have Berserk for MP Rage. Goofy, you're good.
Berserker.
Do you want to make it fuck Berserker? Berserker! That reminds me. I've shown you guys. I got the Berserk 97 Blu-ray that they recently put back into circulation.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to rewatch 97 now that I have that, because I'm like, oh, he's so good.
You gotta put your glasses on.
Exactly, and nothing will be wrong.
Here's what you gotta do. Don't watch the actual show. Do watch the bloopers.
Yeah.
Every song that Griffith's actor sings in those bloopers has been stuck in my head ever since.
Honestly, fair.
What's your deal, man?
I'm trying to remember. Have we?
I don't remember this guy at all.
Yeah, I think this is.
I definitely don't remember him being invincible. Sylv, when you clip this episode, I'm gonna need you to like put in a clip of like the invincible title card when I say that. Don't forget, or you're gonna look so lame.
Future Sylv, do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Future Sylv. What's your
This might be a final mix only enemy.
Yeah, I want to say it is because I don't remember this at all.
Neither do I. Yeah, there's a few Heartless I've run into in my playthrough already. There's one that pops up a couple times in Traverse Town if you're under certain circumstances, and I thought initially like, oh, this looks harmless enough, and then it suddenly becomes Nightmare Zone, very similar to this. I'm like, okay,
I'm gonna look up what this dude's deal is.
Yeah, you know what?
I have
Please
no idea
do.
how to actually fight him.
Yeah, there's
magic isn't working. His tail isn't a weak point.
It says you need to like flip him over, but doesn't say how to do that.
I assume just whack him a bunch until he.
It says using arrow helps.
Well,
if I die, it's.
But actually, no. Well, yeah, I think this is just like an optional. I think this is like a Soulsborne situation where like you're not supposed to go fight this guy until later.
Hi, you're new. What?
I didn't realize this was gonna be a problem.
Yeah. This is very much like what I ran into in Traverse Town, where there's a specific type of really difficult enemy, Heartless, that just pops up sporadically out of nowhere that's not supposed to be there. You think like, okay, oh, it's harmless enough, and then you realize like, oh wait, no, this is
this thing is quite strong actually.
Or not necessarily strong, just really annoying and difficult in a way that every other Heartless you've thought up to this point isn't. And
all right, let's heal now. Changing my bind for Thunder is gonna mess me up for a hot sec, but this is a net good.
Yeah, I ran into these monkeys that are in Traverse Town occasionally, and initially it seems fine, and they keep popping up the more you kill them, and you're like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then eventually, you see like those lock-on signals that you get on your Heartless when you lock on? Yep. Those start popping up on you, Donald and Goofy, and then they start getting special attacks on you. Over and over again.
Oh,
and so you start running out of there. Yeah, it gets really creepy.
Oh. Come on! Fight me! Come on! Do it!
Come on, hit me! Come on, I want you to do it! I want you to
It's like the Rorschach thing. It's like,
come on, hit me!
I thought this was the direction
I could. I guess you go the other way, yeah.
If Aladdin was made after 2008, Genie would have absolutely done a Heath Ledger Joker impression.
He totally would have.
I mean, he makes a Jack Nicholson impression at one point in the original movie.
That's true.
I don't think it's the desert, but
it's gotta be weird going back to Aladdin and like actually recognizing the voices Genie is doing instead of like, oh, that's just like a funny voice.
Yeah, right?
Like, oh, he was referencing other things. That's just not like a weird bit.
Exactly.
Oh, never mind, baby. I guess we are supposed to go this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Cave of Wonders. You're normal.
Who disturbs my slumber? Oh, that is not good for my throat.
Yeah.
That was quite good, though.
I don't know how Frank Welker does that.
Controlled by the heart. Crush the power of darkness!
Crush! Kill!
You gonna...
Aegis Reflector!
And this is where the Shadow of the Colossus music starts kicking in.
Another game that I actually need to play. I have never played it.
I've never finished it, but I have played it and watched a Let's Play of most of all of it, and it's freaking
a masterpiece.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece.
Controversial opinion: Shadow of the Colossus, kinda good.
What? Impossible. I don't believe you.
It really is interesting, though. It's like, okay, it's such a minimalist game compared to basically anything else in the genre.
Yeah.
It gives you all the tools you need right at the start, and there's hardly any interactive things around the world map. There's just, okay, you're told up front, there's 16 bosses you have to fight.
Oh, that hurt quite a lot.
Hey, the gameplay loop consists entirely of 1, go find the thing, number 2, kill the thing. But it gets so much mileage out of those 2 things.
Exactly.
Didn't do it that time, though.
It's especially well, because if I remember correctly, there were supposed to be more than 16 Colossi in the original game, but they
there were a lot
that
got cut out of there.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I appreciate about this game that later games dropped is that using Cure does not immediately drain all your magic.
Yeah, that's I was thinking the same thing. Like that's I get why they changed magic to what they did, and I think it works overall. And I get why they did that change in regards to Cure, because otherwise, if you get into the late game with MP in this game, Cure gets kind of broken.
Oh yeah.
Granted, that's basically Cure in any Final Fantasy game.
But also,
so that should be par for the course, but it gets obnoxious in how they opt to rebalance it in the later games, in my opinion.
Yeah, like in my experience, like I used in Kingdom Hearts 2, basically all I use magic for most of the time is like casting Cure or using limit breaks.
I will say that there are good spells and using it in KH2, but yeah, the way I think the game is designed and how most people learn to play it, generally speaking, in that game, you're mainly using magic for Cure.
And also, like I should say that this is in fact just like a me thing. Like I have very smooth brain, so.
No, I mean,
what's it mean? Oh Jesus! Ow.
Even if that is the case, I'm right there with you in that regard.
Yeah,
I'd
imagine
very
that comes a lot from how like KH2 going so much more into the character action aspect of the gameplay.
Yes.
In this game, you tend to use magic because like you need more options because your melee isn't
Yeah.
that great. It's good, but like it's a 3-hit combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
well, I mean,
with
you can extend that as you get into the game, but yeah.
No, yeah, I know, but like what I'm saying is like its baseline isn't that fantastic.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of KH2 being so character action focused means that the action is a lot more fun to do and a lot more reliable than a lot of the magic can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And and also a lot of the versions of the spells in that game compared to in this game are a lot less rewarding, in my opinion. Like the baseline of Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder are about the same, but Spidey and I were talking about how big of a deal Arrow is in this game. That gets replaced with Protect, in KH2, and that's, if I remember correctly, it's not bad, but it's far less helpful, I think, if I remember correctly. I mean, granted, it's been a long time since I played KH2, so I could be misremembering, but, and then, is gravity the same in KH2 versus in KH3? KH1?
I don't think they bring gravity back, do they?
I can't remember. No, they don't. They have magnet instead, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, that's another step down in comparison to gravity, I think. Gravity is one of my favorite offensive spells in KH1.
Yeah, I saw that movie when it came out. It was fine.
But
yeah, honestly, you say that as a joke, but that's so real, though. Gravity is very much one of those movies that, like, I remember watching in the theater and being like, "Oh, that was really good," and then I have never thought about it since.
No, for real. It is not a movie that has left like cultural impact.
Yeah, do I even have like do I even have gravity logged on my letterbox?
For someone as like meticulous about their letterboxd as you, it not being there is an indictment.
Yeah, I do have it logged, and I rated it a 5.
Out of 5?
No, 2.5 stars, like 5 out of 10.
Oh, gotcha.
So, like, I gave it, like, a complete, like, middle-of-the-road rating.
No, that's about right.
Makes sense, considering, like, again, enjoyed it at the time, but had no lasting impact on me.
Oh, shit! Spidey, mid's not until Final Fantasy 16.
Actually, she's in...
I'm sorry, I missed that joke, I'm sorry.
I made a mid joke. I was saying, like, oh, but Spidey, mid's not until Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, okay, that is funny, actually,
well,
I'm sorry.
Actually, mid's in Final Fantasy 5 too, but yeah. I'm sure Doom's talking about it. Yeah, Doom's already saying it.
Well, Final Fantasy V, I haven't played it, therefore it isn't real. Shit!
Oh no, I need Aladdin for this.
Vera, first of all, Vera, thank you for joining us. Second of all, no, shut up, though. I'm not owned. I'm not owned.
You scream as you shrink into a corn cob.
I'm not. It is you who is shrinking into a corn cob. I'm right. All of my opinions have always been correct, and everyone who disagrees with me should reconsider their ways. Let's not think about all the times that I have, in fact, been wrong and changed my mind.
No, you're so right.
I've always been a Cyclops fan. Shut up.
You know what though? It is important to be willing to change and take in new information, right? Like this.
Yeah.
This isn't a hot take. This is a thing that should be obvious. But I've realized, and even with myself, because I can get very like dig in my heels about certain things. But like sometimes you're just wrong, and it's good to go, okay. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, I look back at. I think back to stuff I said. Like, I'll just remember things I said, like, 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Not, like, just, like, or not, and even if I don't even, and that's the thing with memory, you don't even know for sure if you said it or not. It's, you have, like, a memory of something that you think you might have said at one point, and you're like, ugh.
Wait, no, this is a different room.
I used to be an MCU defender. We've all said things that we no longer stand by.
Okay, in that I'll say context is everything in time and whatnot. Like, the MCU was on top of things for a long time and had a pretty good streak. There's stuff that doesn't hold up as well with time, but in general, the decline of that franchise is more of a recent thing, and
well, even then, like, even with this, even the stuff that I do stand by liking is not as good as I once thought it was.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, we don't have time. If we start getting into that, it will become the entire stream. So let's maybe save that for like maybe a Marvel stream sometime.
Marvel versus Capcom.
We'll save that in case Silver ever opts to replay the Neversoft PS1 Spider-Man game.
Yo, oh my god, yeah, I didn't finish that on stream. I think the VOD actually isn't even on. I think it's privated right now. I think I should unprivate it. There wasn't like anything like incriminating in it. I could also do. I haven't done like any of the Midnight Suns DLC. I've only done the introductory missions for each of them. I also haven't finished Midnight Suns.
Well, when you ever decide to change that, I'm right here.
Ads, I commit great acts of violence. Sorry, Gray. The ads are actually only running for you.
Yeah,
I decided that, like, you deserve. I think like you needed a tax on your presence here.
Yeah. Skill issue.
You know, kind of like with the tea.
Heyo. Also, I'm pretty sure he can't even hear us making fun of him right now.
Wait,
he'll have to go back and check the VOD for that burn.
Take that, Britty.
Gray, watch the VOD. Oh
no! Perfect.
I was gonna say, hey, Gray, watch the VOD later so you can make sure to catch all of our.
We have a joke. Yeah. We have a joke just for you.
This place is fucking huge.
Yeah. It's bigger on the inside.
Which is weird, because it's quite big on the outside as well.
I don't care before. Again, like the tea.
I don't care, be poor, spoken like a true British person.
Yeah, I believe, I don't know how to turn free roll ads off. So have fun with those. But ideally, my goal right now is to like not have ads just run automatically. So fun fact about the way the ads work: the default ad run for automatic ad running is 1 minute and 30 seconds of ads every half an hour, which to me felt like a lot. I imagine like when you're actually watching a stream, it isn't like that much, but I don't know.
No, I think it would be.
Most of the fucked up that these ads are 30 seconds long. Yeah, explode.
Bottomless hall. Dang.
Dang. Dang, girl, put some pants on.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not bottomless anymore. Sora's right here.
That took me a second.
I got it. I was just debating I was just debating how to respond to that.
I love the way the Heartless like flatten up against the ground. It's so freaky.
Yeah.
But is Sora bottom though?
Technically, he's a child, so I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, thank you. Good answer. Good pivot. We corrected it, folks.
He gets older.
He's still underage, last I checked.
I don't. So anyway, it's been a good stream. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna head out now.
Got him.
I shouldn't.
Oh,
I think
you can.
Okay,
you can just,
chat.
You can
You're
just
all
Sonic.
wrong. The specific age that Sora is in Kingdom Hearts 1 is 14.
I literally don't believe you. He's 12.
He's 14.
Not new canon.
Silver, I have the original game that came with the
I know.
with the man. I was gonna pull the manual out.
I think that we should all die right now.
Yeah. But the stream's not over yet.
I shouldn't have done that. 'Cause now I have to go back up. It was a misprint. A misprint. You think Goofy calls it the Gawk? Yes. In fact, where am I? I don't know where I am anymore.
Okay,
I'm making
so
too much money.
What you're gonna want to do?
No, I realize now. I just needed to get back here. Bye, Goofy.
Well, sort of.
Wait, no, I'm
anywho.
not. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There was a split second where I'm like, oh god, can I not make this jump? Oh god, I'm quite low. Hang on. Heal! I said, wait, I don't need to fight your ass.
You can leave.
This
Just
world
walk
sucks, by the way.
out.
Agrabah is weird as a world because I think it is simultaneously way too cramped in like the Agrabah parts, but then here is like a little
Way too weird.
big.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that's accurate. So.
Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, that's right. No, that's right. They're what's
There's
your
supposed
deal?
to be a save spot here, but I forgot that pops up later.
What's your
So.
easy? They want specific things. Are you maybe? Oh, I can't do arrow. Hi.
It's shivering, so.
I literally could not tell it's what it was doing.
Deep freeze.
And you cast the rock. Yeah, so.
Yeah. No, I figured that out.
Yeah, so.
Or yeah, and now it's by fire. Yeah, okay. Oh, I have no mana. Ether.
Here. Fire.
I can blast it with fire, and it's like, yay! Oh, nope, not like that.
Yeah, this dungeon I think kind of requires Aladdin to be in your party for, so.
Oh, come on, come on, Sora, you can do it. I can make this. Oh, I also see how I'm supposed to make it. Or maybe not. Wait a minute. Alright. The lamp chamber. Seems it won't budge. Keep exploring the ruins. Alright, in that case.
Okay, I will be right back.
Yeah. Oh. Oh shit. Sometimes my jump input does not, in fact, go.
Level design is my passion.
I already hit this one, right? Yes. Okay.
I don't want to
Unless
see
you
Kingdom Hearts Aladdin, except it's already. Gray, we've already been making twisted references. You weren't here. Congratulations on being late to the party.
Haha, points and laughs. Oh. You can see that.
This is all your fault, Jafar.
Sora said we needed Aladdin for something. It was
Only
far
ever
back
unfashionably late. Not true. Unfashionably late. Looking ass. Die.
Where was the thing we needed Aladdin for? It was... What is that? There is so much shit! Oh, not that way. Oh no, this is where I came from, again. But there was something that I interacted with, and Sora's like, we need Aladdin! We want a gift! But only if it's
was that in the treasure room?
Here it is.
Oh, never mind.
Although it may also have been in fact, that probably is how you're supposed to handle the treasure room, now that it occurs to me. The Dark Chamber.
I don't know what. I don't like the way they said Dark Chamber.
Oh man, Sora can evolve into Gyarados now. When does Aladdin take place?
Kingdom Hearts like a dragon.
Proto chain. That sounds like it's good. I picked up a few things actually. I should check. Torn page.
That sounds like something you might want to go put inside a book, perhaps.
What?
Like the one that Merlin has.
I don't recall that being a thing I've heard of.
Can you think of any famous Disney characters who live inside a book?
Reduces fire and damage by 20. Raises HP and MP, and enhances magic and summon power. That sounds good. What is the Predator chain? Oh, just defense. And I need the ability studs so that I can have all my abilities. Do I have any more? No. No new ones, at least. Alright. Go with me. It's me. I live in book.
Gray, I think you are overthinking this severely. I think the answer to where and when does Aladdin take place is nowhere and no time at all. It's not real.
A nowhere land and a nowhere place.
Oh, well played. Well played. That was an X-Men reference for the people at home.
Ow.
Reference to the X-Men comics by Chris Claremont. Still, you need to read more of those.
I do. I literally stopped. I think the literal issue Magneto is reintroduced.
Yep. Yeah, yes, you did.
Oh, Jumping is weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's like there's a slight delay between you pressing the button and Sora actually jumping.
Oh, yeah, in the game. I thought you meant just like in general.
Oh yeah. Oh, in general also, yeah. The fact that you can like use your legs to propel yourself into the air like some kind of half-bird demonic inhuman creature.
Like, let's think about this for a second.
Come
on. Jumping is like one of the things you do most often in video games. Like if there's a game that doesn't have a jump button, people will complain. It's like, why can't you jump? It's weird that you can't jump. You're supposed to be able to jump in video games. When was the last time you ever jumped in real life?
Oh god, that's true!
I can't think of when it was for me. Jumping is not like an activity that I regularly participate in. You don't often need to
jump to avoid your problems.
Yeah, like...
Oh, Jesus, hello.
And yet it's become, like, one of the most important things you do in most video games. How did that happen?
Big jump.
It's...
Big jump trying to make sure the jump lobby is powerful.
Something about it just doesn't add up to me.
Follow the money.
So you're saying is just Cerberus had the right idea? No, that's not what I'm saying. To be clear, this is not an anti-jump stance. In fact, I would say that I am pro-jump myself, despite my skepticism. However, I feel like we need to, like, understand how we got here, you know?
I am, however, anti-jump. I'm now radicalized despite your best intentions.
Oh no!
Sora will never jump again.
Honestly, it's mostly because of Donkey Kong and Mario. Okay, that makes sense. But why is jumping so important in Mario? How did that become the case? We just kind of take it for granted, but like
because of platforming.
Why was that? Yes, but you know what? Never mind. I don't think this bit is funny anymore.
I think you're
sorry.
cooking
My bad.
Here.
My bad.
Found Dalmatians in the Cave of Wonders.
Those poor little rascals. How'd they get all the way down here?
Have they just like been stuck here since ancient times?
Yeah, the cave isn't a recent fucking thing.
Okay, people aren't like going in here and putting new treasure in the Cave of Wonders.
Oh man, so the Dalmatians have been displaced from their world, but logistically, you think they've been temporally displaced as well? Like now,
one would assume, because otherwise, like, what are the mechanics of them ending up here?
Yeah. Do you think that some of these Dalmatians have been waiting trapped in boxes for hundreds of years?
Wait, how did they get in the boxes in the first place? For that matter.
Keep exploring the rooms. All right.
Who put them there? Did the Heartless put them there?
Why?
Although, then again, I guess if the Heartless put them in the boxes, then they could have. And like they were already in the Cave of Wonders, so they could have just like
you bitch.
They could have just put the boxes there.
The Heartless are so funny to me because I feel like simultaneously they are often characterized as like these mindless little monster guys, right? But also, they put dogs in boxes and fly spaceships.
Yeah, what's going on there? What are the Heartless?
We're not being given all the information.
What is going on in their heads? We don't know. And frankly, we don't want to know. It's a market we can do without.
Alright, oh wait a minute, hang on.
It makes me wonder, what sort of religion do the Heartless practice? Do they have conflicting religions? Like, are the Heartless of Agrabah practicing a different Abrahamic faith than those of like Neverland?
I mean, I don't know why like religion would even enter the picture. I mean, I think they. I don't know if they have like any morals or belief system of any kind.
True, that's more for Gray, just because I feel like it's the sort of question that Gray and Seal would appreciate. It's back again. At the end of the game, when you see the man cloaked in black, he lowers his hood, and it's Waka. Hey, brother.
All things return to darkness, brother. This is the will of heaven.
We must purge the Albed. Oh my god. I always feel guilty after I say a Waka line like that.
I don't.
It's just like
because he is really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Between literally the other day, I found a compilation of like Waka's most fucked up lines.
Yeah.
He's awful. This guy sucks.
What? And remember, he's one of your friends.
Yeah.
This guy is one of the heroes.
Straight up goes like the Albed deserve whatever bad things happen to him for no reason, unprompted,
out of pocket.
Yeah, like it is no exaggeration to say that Waka in Final Fantasy X is a bigot. That's the whole point of his character. Is that he, and that's part of his arc is him realizing he was wrong and whatnot. It's so wild that they went there with that.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that's like a bad idea to explore with like with a party member in an RPG, but they went like so much harder on it than they had to.
No, exactly. Also, real quick, what do I do? Because
buddy, I don't know.
Awesome.
Beats me.
So you gotta lower. You have to break down the tower thing that's blocking your way in the treasure room, and the only way to do that is from the root. So that's somewhere down here. And you need a lot in your party because some of the.
Well, I've hit some of these switches.
Yeah, I think.
Ow.
Do you want me to pull up a guide?
Perhaps.
Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes, and then when you want me to have a guide,
there's one
I'll
path that I
pull
didn't
it
get
up.
to explore because I tried to and then immediately got knocked back into the abyss.
Well, the idea is that you're supposed to be in the abyss.
I feel like I've gotten everything down there.
Well, no, the thing you need in order to get past the treasure room is in the abyss.
Okay.
You have to break, because there's that pillar thing that's blocking your way in the treasure room. You have to knock that down, and the only way to do that is at its base, at the root in the abyss.
Oh, I see. There's not a thing. I cannot jump on top of these to get up there. What is this? Dirge of Cerberus? Wait, maybe I can. Now I have Aro. I didn't mean to cast. Okay, you guys gotta get out of my way. There we go. Oh, there was nothing up here.
I can feel the life draining from my soul.
I'm
Why?
sorry. Oh, not this way. Oh, wait, no. Yes, this way. I got that one.
You might want to jump up.
Ow. No, I've got that
and
one.
move forward. No, move forward. Move forward.
What do you, you're saying forward, and I was moving forward, and then you said
there's
no
a big
forward.
black. There's a big. Yeah. You know. Yes, there is. That's the thing I missed, if I remember correctly. Go forward.
No, I got this already.
Okay.
That's why I was saying I thought I did this already.
Never mind. Never mind. I am clearly going insane. Don't mind me.
What the heck are we doing here?
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
I mean, at this point, it sure seems that way.
I mean, I'm not having a bad time. I'm fine. Like, it sucks being lost, but like.
Whenever you're ready, I can pull up a guide. Just let me know.
No, you can
I'm not gonna do
it.
Okay.
If only we had some yellow paint. This is true.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, I know exactly where to go. Go. No. Okay, you were. Okay.
I can go back up. It's fine. It's.
Yeah, go back up. That's.
No, I was making sure I
completely missed that. There was a. Yeah, my bad. Okay. So get up on that platform. And there's another hole right there on to your left, in the middle right there. Go there. Go back into the water, and there's another.
Have I not been in here?
I don't know. I think if I remember correctly, because like I said, I was confused in my playthrough last week, the other day. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
I guess I avoided this place somehow.
So now you jump and attack it.
Yes. Okay. Progress. Let's go.
Is Wilder gonna swim up waterfalls? Yeah, that is a supernatural ability.
Yeah. Ginny looks so sad.
It's the power of the it's the power of the Keyblade.
Show me the keyhole.
Defying gravity.
He's so pissed.
Yeah. He's like, I guess. All right, I'll do it, but not because you told me to.
Not like that. Okay. I guess that was this room?
Yeah,
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, there's
easy
a
to
door
miss.
right there, but it can't go in there, so I guess
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah.
Wait, so I knocked down the pillar. Is that what gets the pillar in the treasure room out of the way?
Yes, that was the base.
But
now it's lowered.
Okay. All right, now to see if I can make this. Actually, you bitch. There we go. Now I won't not make the jump and fall into the abyss. What? What? What?
Okay, now we can save. Excellent.
Not to question the architectural stability of the Cave of Wonders. How does that happen?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Apu, why could you not hit these before?
I'm sorry, what did you just call him?
Apu? Oh, it's a boo.
Apu is a different guy. It's okay. We've got Simpsons references on the brain thanks to Homer Simpson
That's
GB.
true. Dude, I am 0 for 2 on correctly identifying animals in Disney movies.
Who needs the quickie mods? I do.
You see, you finally get to one of the horses, like, oh great, it's a unicorn. It's a zebra.
We see Pegasus from Hercules, like, oh my god, it's Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron.
It's a giraffe.
For the 5 people who've seen that movie.
I got that reference.
I caught that, Spidey. Well done.
Persistent.
Why not explain the situation to that boy Riku?
I don't think Maleficent would date Jafar either, but like he's more in her league than Hades is.
I actually agree.
Wait a second.
Agreed. I think they're more platonic buddies.
Yeah.
If they have such a thing as friends amongst
She
their
just
ranks.
said peace out.
It took me a moment to reach it. She just freaking instant transmission out of there.
Honestly, that would have been the perfect time for that glitch to kick in.
Yeah, no kidding. Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Genie, my second wish. Crush them.
Genie, no!
Sorry, Al. The one with the lamp calls the shots. I don't have a choice.
Well, you see, there's your problem. You had this thing set to evil.
Genie! Testicular torsion!
No! Sorry about this, Al.
See ya! Stay back!
Away! Away! Foul
It's
beast.
all your fault! This town's finished!
Outsider!
It's a damn curse!
I do love the mechanic here with Genie in this fight. I think it's pretty fun.
Luckily...
Yeah, now I think about it, I guess it's also like an adaptational change that Jafar is in fact just a sorcerer from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Because like in the movie, like he didn't have like offensive magic until he wished on the lamp. Like initially he just had like illusions and hypnotism and stuff.
And
yeah,
that
that's
actually brings
totally
up
true.
another point that's gonna come up in a bit after this fight.
Fire!
Like there's no reason for them in this game that prompts Jafar to make the wish to turn himself into a genie. He just does it.
He's like, you know what'd be cool?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Is he stupid? Is there a lore reason for this?
The answer might surprise you.
Fire! Fire!
Banning! Power wave!
Yeah, I love that in this. Whenever you're about to get hit by Genie, he's screaming basically to get out of the way or to warn you. And then if the attack connects, he drops a ton of HP orbs for you to recoup your health instantly anyways. It's him doing the absolute minimum effort to fulfill Jafar's wish.
It is so funny that Genie is literally walking into a wall right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's throwing hard.
Not so fast, Jafar!
Go ahead, Jafar. Do something. I dare you.
He's freaking big dopey grin. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer.
So what do you think, Marge? All it needs the title. I was thinking along the lines of something like no TV, no beer, big Homer, something.
Go crazy? Don't mind if I do. Marge, it might just be the beer talking, but you got an ass that won't quit. They got these chewy pretzels here. $5. Get out of here.
Please let me miss.
That just is the Homer voice.
Yes,
Jafar,
hello.
get back here,
My
man.
name is Mr. Burns. Yes, so what's your first name? I don't know.
I think one of my favorite bits of the TFS Dragon Ball Z abridged commentary from last year was Taka repeatedly pointing out how basically the way they wrote Goku in that show was to be anime Homer.
Honestly, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I never picked up on that.
I
Until
never
would have
clocked that, but yeah, that tracks. Ow.
It just makes his entire characterization click into place. Like, yes, of course that would be what it is.
Which you got from the spaghetti star. Not dignified.
Genie, for my third wish, I wish to be louder, angrier, and have access to a time machine.
Over here!
Over here!
That was so childish!
It's so petty!
Beefing with an actual child.
Jafar's just hamming it up.
You're too slow, street rats!
Yeah.
It's no use!
Aladdin! You know what they say, street rat. The more the merrier.
Get a load of this!
Some of the line reads in this game are you would never get them in today's gaming environment. But man, there's a charm to.
Oh, he's stuck! He's stuck! Loser! Get cornered, get cornered, get cornered.
Him off his rhythm. And then he died.
And then Jafar exploded into a million pieces.
Like I said, what's about to happen here is just so funny because it's so unprompted.
The worms! The worms are back!
Attain the power of ice! Okay. He's...
So yeah, Jafar's just dead
So,
now, I guess.
Wait, no, you might want to go back and, okay, you can go back and save if you want.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Nah, I'd win.
I won the boss fight.
My final wish. I want you to make me an all-powerful.
See, like, What prompts this decision?
Aladdin doesn't trick him. It's just his own terrible idea.
This is just him being stupid.
You know, he could have wished to be God, and he would have gotten the same thing with no drawback.
Wait, why would he say that? Is he stupid?
Because they can't have Jafar
The answer
go,
might surprise
I wish
you.
to be like all powerful Allah!
I wish for the power of Ultima!
See,
we gotta go after Jafar first. Alright, now I will go say.
I just had a really nihilistic joke pop up in my
No!
head.
It's Priest!
I would love...
Genie, for my next wish, make me the dominant of fire!
Oh, I would love if, I understand why the summons are Disney characters, and genuinely that rules. It's fantastic. They don't even need to change it. But I would love if they had more interplay with the Final Fantasy summons, too.
Agreed.
Dude, I wish.
Like, if it was like, I don't
Honestly, like,
if it was Simba, but he summoned alongside, like, fucking Alexander or something.
Or just like give, like, the Disney summons, like, freaking, like, attacks from the Final Fantasy summons or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, let Mushu cast Hellfire.
Yeah, that'd be so
that'd
good,
be pretty
actually.
cool.
Give Mulan hitting with the Zantetsuka.
No! Mushu has Giga Flare. Let's go.
Yeah! The lamp.
All right, time to beat up this bird.
Is it hot in here? This is not a big weapon. I'm glad that broke.
With the power of darkness.
What are you?
The hypest gameplay on Twitch.
He got me because he's stuck on the fucking cauldron of fire.
Boss design is my passion.
I'm being very careful about the edge, though. Yeah, I will say with this game, the boss design, the ideas are there. The execution, perhaps, not always on point.
You can tell this was a directorial debut.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a first draft.
Oh, also, I did learn something. Nomura did not, in fact, direct the bouncer. Nomura only did character designs for it.
Rip.
Which means that one joke I made is no longer funny.
Yeah. So yeah, we have in fact been
I figured it was a joke because you knew that
he
did not do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I assumed the joke in the first place was that he didn't actually direct it.
No, I fully thought that he directed the bouncer.
Yeah,
I didn't realize he just did character designs.
I thought that too. Like people, like you are not the first person who has said that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that made me feel better. I knew I'd gotten this misconception from somewhere.
Yeah, I have often heard them like talked about like together. Like I've always heard the boxer described as the boxer, the bouncer described as a Nomura game. Tetsuya Nomura presents Rocky.
Okay, wait.
Oh my! Oh no!
You're cooking.
Yo, Adrian, it's the door to darkness.
I wish your ranged abilities were more significant.
Yeah.
For bosses like this. Because, like, you have fire, but it doesn't hit for much damage at all.
It would be nice if your ranged abilities had range.
Yeah, exactly. It's also really funny that Jafar's attacks are throwing a big ball of fire at you that often misses without you trying to dodge.
He wished for phenomenal cosmic power, and all he can think to do with it is hit you really hard and throw a big rock at you.
Yeah.
I mean, considering his master plan here, rather than wishing to turn himself into a god, without being any, was to just, without any prompt, to wish himself into being a genie with the extra limit that it comes with. So clearly, this Jafar, he might be a sorcerer, but he is clearly in the negatives with intelligence.
Int was his dump stat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's a charisma-based
there we go.
magic user.
Clearly.
Just beating the shit out of
Would
this
that make him a
bird.
warlock instead of a...
As a genie, I would say... Oh, well, that's
No,
weird.
I meant
'cause,
in
like...
general in this game. Like, would
Oh,
that
in this
make
game?
him...
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because, like...
And then I threw a rock at him. It was a really big rock.
Okay, Jafar. Back to your lamp.
Oh, I forgot that was part of being a genie.
Who could have foreseen this?
Captain Hindsight.
Attain the power of fire. Thanks for all the spells, Jafar.
I think I went a little too hard on the Jafar voice. I'm gonna rehydrate first, real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Oh no, Jasmine.
Oh, they got her.
What do you mean they got her?
They got her.
Got her.
Jasmine?
That was very well acted.
Dun 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 dun.
I do love that. Okay, if you look off to the side, I don't know what shot it is, but there's a shot coming up where you can see Aladdin on the ground, like looking all over the floor, trying to find Jasmine.
Is she under this
and
rock?
Sora Donald Goofy up here, yeah.
Yeah, Aladdin's having a whole moment. Everything he fought for is gone.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sora's like, yeah, we did it!
Jasmine's
that
gone.
sucks.
Agrabah's in ruins.
I did what I was supposed to do. That means everything's great. The palace is collapsing. We stole the treasure.
It's too late. She's dead. She's gone. You'll never see her again, Aladdin. You have to move on.
Oh shit.
Oh no, I forgot about this. Who directed this, Camille?
What? What? Hey, that reminds me. Fucked up that Bayonetta 2 is still trapped on the Wii U.
Oh no, is it?
Is it on the Switch now? It might be.
Actually, no. I think they did. Did they port it?
I feel like they
I'm
did.
gonna
I
look
could be
that
wrong.
up. Actually,
Yeah.
I need to fact check that.
I
do know for a fact. I do know for a fact that the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD are both still locked onto the Wii U.
Actually, no, I
Unfortunately.
think Wind Waker HD got ported to Switch, actually.
No, they've been teasing it for years, but they haven't actually done it. Mm-hmm. If that changed recently, I have yet to hear about it, but I'll check just to be sure.
Maybe I'm thinking of Skyward Sword getting ported and just conflating
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, Skyward Sword was ported.
Yeah.
Wind Waker and Twilight Princess have not been.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Bayonetta 1 and 2 totally have been ported to Switch.
Awesome, that's good. Because I was thinking about Bayonetta the other day, and I'm like, man, is 2 still just on the Wii U? That's fucked up. Sora, let's go find her. I can't take you with me.
I think it's hilarious that Donald shows more compassion for turning down Aladdin than he does Riku.
Yeah.
Well, hello, you still have one wish left. Look, just say the word. Ask me to find Jasmine for you.
Genie, destroy all the Heartless.
For your freedom, Genie.
No more mutants.
You know, not saying wishing for Genie's freedom isn't a net good or anything, right? Of course it is. But I think it is possible. There are like 4 people here.
A deal's a deal, Genie. Now
How
you can go anywhere
Aladdin
you
can
want.
use the last
Do your own
wish
best.
to tell Genie to solve the plot of Kingdom Hearts, and then one of the other 3 can wish for his
Go
freedom.
along with them and help Sora find Jasmine.
Actually, a good question. Like, when you after you use the 3rd wish, what happens to the lamb? Does it like go back to the Cave of Wonders like the Dragon Balls, or
That's been the implication. I always
Is there a
thought.
new? Does a new Genie spawn in the lamp?
they could just like go back to the Cave of Wonders. They know where it is.
Favor? Now that's entirely different.
Now, see what they could have also done, because we've already seen it in play, even here. Rather than have Aladdin give his wish first, they just hand out the lamp from person to person to person, and then give it Al the wish for the last one to free him. Because Jafar used all 3 of his wishes.
Or just like, is wishing for infinite wishes on the table?
He's one of his rules, I believe, is no.
Smarmy Vizier could have had him. If someone had stuck around to give him a hand.
Stuck around to give him
my
a
part.
hand.
I brought the princess, didn't I?
Jafar was beyond help, consumed by his own hatred. One should be
Such a
wary of
lust for
letting it burn
revenge.
too fiercely.
Whoa, lighten up. I'm as cool as they come, okay? By the way, kid, have we got something special?
Hades' face is very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a deal, yes? You help us, and we grant you your wish.
Your wish. She's so small.
She's just vibing. She's lost in the sauce.
Riku's...
Took him a bit to process.
It took him a minute to react to that.
Yo!
The boy!
The real best Disney villain.
Why are you doing all this for me?
Honestly, I can't even argue with that.
I don't even know if I'm joking.
Silly.
It's one of those things where like you say it as a joke, but once it leaves your mouth,
bit right
it's
here.
like.
I love this bit here. Maleficent tries to pull like a, you're like a son to me. He's like, and Riku's like, yeah, no.
He's like, I have a mom.
No, it's not even that. It's like, I sincerely doubt that's what.
She's
you
like,
actually
he literally just like, I don't believe you.
She's like, you're like a son to me. I only want you to be happy. I seriously doubt that.
That's not true. Stop lying.
I'll work with you, but cut
Oh,
the
we
bullshit.
got 3 wishes.
Also, just looked it up. Genie's 3 rules: can't kill anyone, can't make anyone fall in love, can't bring back the dead. So, ostensibly, wishing for more wishes.
Wait, that's so funny.
Not against the rules.
Genie, you didn't think that one through, bud. Alright, what's my new Keyblade look like?
Also,
oh, that's
if wishing for more wishes not possible, guess what? Wish for more genies.
Yeah! Oh my god! Let's see. I know there's some more stuff I could find here, but let's leave. And see more Trinities. Wasn't there a Trinity mark in the accessory shop?
So we've established that the Trinities exist in universe.
Yeah, they see them. They are parts of this world.
What are the lore implications of that?
Wee.
Oh, thank God.
That's an excellent question.
I thought it was putting me in the minigame.
Oh no. Like how? What's the story there? Did people just like see like the freaking dots on the ground and they're like, wait, what the heck is that? I think that's like a spot where like 3 guys can stand there and a thing will happen. Not us though. Like a specific 3 guys.
Yeah. People have to see these and know that they cannot interact with them. They are not the chosen few.
Yo!
Moogles! Yay!
Moogles!
Best Moogles!
Moogle gang, Moogle gang, Moogle gang.
Moogle gang, rise up. And guys, you were keeping them here? We gotta talk about this. What were you doing with these puppies?
What?
Oh no. What? Oh no.
What indeed? What indeed?
The Moogles are in on it. This goes all the way to the top.
So they will make the ultimate weapon, Kupo.
That's
normal thing to say. Now I have become Death Kupo, the destroyer of worlds.
Exactly. I was gonna say, oh look, it's Oppen Kupo.
Moggenheimer, let's go.
Oh wait, I should open the door. I don't know if going through that door is required to open it, but
the world will never be the same, Kupo.
That's right, Doom. One day, a weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Moogle Gear. Let's see.
I think you can buy new staff and shield for Donald and Goofy at the item shop with Huey, Dewey, and Lou if you want.
I'm just imagining, like, one of the Moogles is like, hey, I got a new weapon recipe for you, Kupo. And you go in the menu and it's just emerald weapon.
You go into the Moogle shop, they're just like, oh, we got a new weapon for you, Kupo. You check it, it's a gun. Straight up. Use this against magic-resistant enemies.
What's the name of Vincent's gun? Like Death Sentence or something
server,
like that?
Death penalty.
Death penalty. Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
okay, so yeah, there's new weapons there for them, but
Gygus
we don't have enough money.
I'm too poor. I can probably sell stuff though. I have not
Donald
used...
freaking.
So, tents and cottages. Hang on, let me double check how these work.
They
can only be used from the menu. Okay, because I was gonna say, because I was thinking, oh, if they work like an FF7, they'd only be used for save points. But then I'm like, save points heal you already, which would make these points.
So like, in theory, it would be useful if like you're about to go into a boss fight, but there's not a save room nearby.
Yeah.
But there's
in
like
my
always a save point.
Yeah, I've never had much use for them.
Yeah, I've never really used them.
Like,
and that's honestly across half the franchise. I haven't played some of the more recent games. Yeah.
I have used them a lot in FF4, but that's because FF4 is actually really hard, or I'm bad at it.
Yeah, no, in Final Fantasy, the tents and cottages make sense. Like, the purposes for what they're there for in that game, you know, in 4 and 5 and 6, you know, there, it serves a purpose, but, in this game, not so much.
So, what are the mechanics of carrying a cottage in your inventory? Like, are you working on freaking, like, capsule corp rules?
I have to assume so. It's probably hidden,
it's the
like,
same place he puts the Keyblade.
Yeah, Zero. I mean, hey, look, Waka clearly has access to Zero space because he has how many different balls he throws at you at Destiny Island? Shout out Infinite.
This is my noble phantasm, brother. Gate of Prince Baldelon.
Unlimited blitzball works.
So as I pray, brother.
Praise be to Yevon.
Waka is so funny.
Yeah.
Like, conceptually.
So now I can go to Merlin's.
You know what this game's missing? After the Pinocchio cameo from last time, we can't tell the shopkeep that there was a little puppet boy trying to rob his shop.
We couldn't. I'm mad we couldn't rob the shop ourselves.
Listen, Sora ain't no snitch.
Oh, Titus would totally have taught Sora about ACAB.
Oh yeah, this is the monkey thing I was telling you about. This thing scares the crap out of me.
This is it.
So yeah,
You know, I
kill
gotta
one,
say,
you kill
I'm surprised
one,
that my... Oh,
and then
sorry.
there's more that shows up. You start killing those, and then a lot more start showing up, and then eventually this happens.
Oh,
I
I'm
have
not
to
a
say,
fan of this. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm very surprised in myself last time that we went to the whole Tarzan world, and never once did I make a reference to the band Gorillaz with a Z. Frankly, I'm disappointed in
Your
myself.
self-restraint is commendable.
No, not even self-restraint. I just didn't even think of it.
That's because we were too busy thinking about the true king of music, Phil Collins.
That's true.
These guys, I do not like these guys.
Yeah, neither do I. They scare me.
Sora, we gotta go!
We gotta go! Sid is gone!
He's dead!
Shit, you know what? Just get to the house, get to the house!
Jeez! The freaking, like, Ed Orlando Archer's over here.
For real!
Like I was telling you guys, these things scare me. I never fought these things before because they were not. They, to my knowledge, were never in the base game. So I ran into these guys thinking like, oh, that's nothing. That's trouble. Oh, they keep coming up.
Freaking monkeys rolling up like, we told you to stay out of second district.
Yeah, second district is all I talk.
Yeah. And then the lock-on things keep popping in, and you're like, oh no.
No, this is more my speed.
Yeah, this is what I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry, remind me, where do I get to Merlin's? Is that 3rd district? Yeah?
Yeah, it's through the big flame door with the big scary
There's also a
dark side
shortcut,
symbol.
though. There is also a shortcut in the, so you know where Leon was training at last stream?
Yes.
In the alleyway thing?
Yes.
Yeah, if you go back behind there, there's a shortcut to that. And it will take you straight up to inside Merlin's house.
There's also a shortcut through 3rd district through the 1st district now, so we didn't even have to go through the 2nd district.
This is true. Yeah.
I may be stupid.
Hi, Merlin.
So every time you hear that voice, it just cracks me up.
Thanks, I think I'm really funny.
Yeah, I can confirm you are really.
Oh, the last part you said got cut off. Sorry. I think you meant to say really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the problem. You got cut off first. I thought you just trailed off, but.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Good we got that sorted.
Yeah, all I heard on my end was yeah, I think I'm really.
I'm so worried about Cinderella. That's it. She's just like, man, hope she's okay.
I miss my wife, Sora. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. You ever think about how friggin' Boo from Dragon Ball is named after Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, the song from Cinderella? Mm-hmm. That's a weird pull.
Toriyama, naming sense No notes. Fantastic.
Yeah. Like, all the others are named after food, except for Cell, who is named after just like a part of the body. And then you have freaking like Disney Cinderella, just out of nowhere. No other, like, just unconnected to anything else in the series. Just bibbidi bobbidi boo. Why not?
What am I?
So there's a book on that shelf right next to the bed. No.
Oh, that
the
one.
other shelf. No, the.
There's a lot of books.
Shelf. Yeah, like I said, on the shelf. Yeah, that one.
Wait, is Deborah from the Boo Saga named Deborah because it's like abracadabra?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes.
That's wild.
The early demons all have naming schemes based off of like magical spells and stuff, and then Toa and Mira fuck it up.
That's lame.
Not
the first time that someone has said that about Toa and Mira.
Who is the? There's the big guy in Dragon Ball Heroes. His name is a magic spell, but I forget his name. It's like Melaleki or something like that.
Dragon.
It's like the Demon King.
Dragon Demon King. Mechikabura.
Yes, Mechikabura. Which is from that little song she sings, like. Mechikabura, bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Yeah, that's wild.
So it's crazy. The like Disney Cinderella is all over the demons. Very good.
Yeah, that's very strange pull, but I love it.
Hi there. What's wrong?
Genius, Aki Rumbo.
Just.
Oh.
I was thinking of how to say goodbye to Pooh.
Pooh?
Yes.
Wait a second.
Have you tried flushing?
Yes,
but
I'm Winnie the Pooh. Pooh for short. Who are you?
I'm Sora.
Oh, hello, Sora. Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh?
This sounds like Pooh is having a really bad time.
We've only just met.
Yeah, that's the thing with Pooh in Kingdom Hearts.
I'm really going through it, Sora. I don't think I've got enough. It is what it is left in me, Sora.
I think Eeyore
Well,
has the right idea.
That's the emotional bait for finding the torn pages in these games. It's because every time the book gets ripped apart,
wait, why
Pooh gets reset to a depressive state, basically.
You gotta talk Pooh off the ledge.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, in this game that's the case. In 2, he's got amnesia.
You're stronger than you think you are, Pooh.
Well, I was napping, I think. So, who knows? Maybe I shall end up going away somewhere as well. But I wonder, how do I say goodbye to myself?
Pooh, I'm gonna be honest with you.
In the end. Oh, bother.
Yeah.
I love
Pooh,
this
is Kingdom Hearts. We don't have time for this existential bullshit.
Look, that is the Lalafell walk cycle.
Yeah, like, all jokes aside, like, I freaking love the implementation of freaking Winnie the Pooh in, like, this game and the next one.
I love that conversation. That was
there's some great
mortal
conversations that... Yeah, no, there's some great conversations that Sora has with Pooh in these games. And it's so strange, because, like, it's not a main plot thing. These are just side... Yeah. It's just a side game.
I'm just gonna say this now, the end of 100 Acre Wood in Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically makes me cry every time.
Yeah. Like, if you get bizarrely invested in that side plot. Because, like, it's such a great... it's also such a clever thing to switch out Sora as Christopher Robin.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is. There's something about Winnie the Pooh specifically that just like he just tugs on my. He's a little guy. He tugs on my heartstrings like every time I see him. I love him so much.
Like honestly, a lot of Sora's best moments as a character, like I think, are in 100 Acre Woods. Like there's just a purity there that really shows his kindness.
Yeah, I think like
with these characters specifically.
I've been thinking about this like since I started my own playthrough, but like I think that like
Oh bother! There's no more honey left.
I'll say my thoughts after the scene.
The honey tree would visit. Oh, then I could eat my fill.
And of course, when I was a kid and I got to this, I liked Winnie the Pooh, and I loved it as a kid. But I was at that age where I was like, oh, that's not the cool thing to like anymore for Disney or whatever. Like that's the kiddier side of Disney, blah blah blah. So there's a part of me that kind of avoided, but even then, like it still hit. And then when I was a little older and KH2 came out, I was like, oh my god, I was like,
it's just so incredibly
it's earnest.
Earnest, yes, exactly. It's so earnest and so charming, and just like it just gets me right in my soul.
And honestly, like this is the best example of anything in these games of where they opt not to have the Disney world be part of the main story, where it's much more about what's just going on here in the small little self-contained world. It's Sora's personal experience with these characters in that thing.
It's such an inspired choice to like, no, this is the one part of the game that has not been taken by the Heartless.
Yeah. But even then, like when something gets damaged or whatever, and like what they especially do in KH2 is mean. Like how you get the book back, and it's all fully restored initially, and it's like, oh hey, look, and Merlin's like, oh hey, it's like your friend Winnie's inside waiting for you. You go in there, like, oh hi, and then something happens, and you have to go fight some monsters. You get back, and it's all torn up again, and Winnie's got amnesia.
He's just a little fella.
He's so minuscule.
It's like they give you enough to remind you. It's like, okay, hey, here's this beautiful friendship Sora has with these characters. And then they rip it away from you right away. They're like, now you gotta do it all over again.
There's a menacing fucking aura.
Sora. Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox.
The strong have dominion over the weak, Piglet.
I'm trying to remember. I had.
I'm the rocks of the eternal shore. Deep freeze.
I'm trying to remember how this particular minigame thing is. Like I was fiddling around with this a little bit the other day, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get back to this later, and I've yet to do so. I've been spending a lot more time at the Coliseum because, admittedly, as much as I love the narrative stuff with Winnie the Pooh with 100 Acre Woods in these games, there's just something really fun about the Coliseum and the cups in these games.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Everybody loves a tournament arc.
No.
Yeah.
That wasn't a response to your question. I also love tournament arcs.
LeBron, scream if you love tournament arcs.
I mean, I'll be honest. As far as like Dragon Ball goes, I think my favorite. I think I'm that fan who's my favorite. If I had to pick like one particular story arc of Dragon Ball as my favorite, it would probably be the last tournament arc where it's Goku versus Piccolo Jr.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be either that or Cell for me.
Oh yeah, like Cell Saga is definitely like my favorite part of Z. Also, like I just gonna.
Oh no, sorry, no, continue. I'm talking to myself, kinda.
Oh no, I'm just like I'm also confused as to like what you're supposed to do next here.
I'm like Sora climbing to the very top of a tree. And it's like,
something
why do I do that?
I know that much, but I have yet to figure it out. If you want, we can save it for next stream. And
Piglet! Get out here,
Let me
Piglet!
in! Let me in!
If I remember correctly, you have to sneak up behind Piglet, and he takes forever. If he
Oh no,
spots
yeah, that
you,
I assume.
he'll hide away. Yeah.
I lost interest in Piglet when I saw a big tree I could climb.
Yeah. I did the same thing the other day.
Anyway, all I was gonna say is that despite me speaking authoritatively about original Dragon Ball, I have never actually watched or read it.
Despite the fact that I just agreed with Piccolo Jr. being a strong arc, I did not. I've read Dragon Ball. I didn't get to that arc. But even like the first tournament in Dragon Ball is genuinely really good.
Yeah, the tournament arcs in Dragon Ball are
That's
great.
probably my favorite that I've seen.
Well,
Again,
like,
me agreeing with you despite only having secondhand knowledge.
Well, for me, it's just I love the third one because like it's sort of that it strikes the right balance between the martial arts choreography and like the power beam struggles and special techniques or whatever, you know, like it strikes just the right balance.
Yeah,
and
there's
that's
something
why I like the Dead Zone too.
It strikes in a way that misses all the internal organs.
All of them. But that also just like I love like the clever idea of like, okay, this gag from early like arcs ago, back when Goku, you know, like very early into the series with Chi-Chi or whatever, it was like, okay, Goku misunderstanding what marriage is, what a wedding is, or whatever, what a bride is supposed to be, and that coming back to haunt him.
Yeah.
That's a hoot. I love that. And everything with, you know, and bringing back, okay, oh, King Piccolo was great the arc before, now we've got his son.
And then Piccolo's just a fantastic character.
Yeah, and that also just the fight between him and Goku in that arc is brutal.
I've seen the fight, and it's no, my god, it's so cool.
Goku wins that through the skin of his teeth.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that arc and the Saiyan arc especially. It's like, okay, those two fights, Goku comes through with the win, just barely.
Yeah. And also like. The thing I love about, like, the Saiyan saga, and, like, even though I just said that Cell is my favorite Z arc, again, the great thing about the Saiyan saga is that I think that, it strikes such a good balance of, like, again, like you said, martial arts and, like, the freaking, like, big key attacks. Like, it's like the bridge between, like, what Dragon Ball fights were and what they would eventually become.
Yeah, big time.
Exactly, and that and also, it's such a move. Like, and yes, I mean, Dragon Ball, you know, the concept, the threat of death is far less inherent in that series due to the nature of the Dragon Balls than most other shonen. But it is wild, especially that first time around in the Saiyan saga, where basically almost everybody dies.
Yeah.
Including Piccolo, so the Dragon Balls are gone.
Yeah, like, they freaking... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, they sell the heck out of, like, Vegeta and Nappa as, like, huge, like, world-ending threats.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, most of the casualties come from Nappa. That's the other thing, is like actually, Vegeta doesn't kill anybody, actually. And like, at least of, like, the main cast.
Yeah, like, as much as he's, like, remembered as kind of jobber now, Nappa was, like, an absolute, like, freaking engine of destruction in his own arc.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Rush can just send you flying off the edge?
Yeah, that's the thing. Nappa does more permanent damage to more members of the main cast in the Saiyan saga than Frieza does in Namek.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is wild to think about.
Related to the way everybody just, like, dies in Saiyan Saga. And one of the reasons everyone is able to die is, like, that's one of, like, the last times you really get the greater cast, like, involved in a big fight.
That's the other thing I was gonna bring up, is that, like, one of the things I love about it is the fact that, like, all of the Z fighters are involved in the fight with the Saiyans.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, I credited the Vegeta fight to Goku, but that is very much a team effort. Goku doesn't win that on his own. Much as Lanny Fatora loves to point out, Goku's never actually beaten Vegeta at a fight.
And like, I think it's like, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like you don't get that many team battles in like Shonen in general, really, but like in Dragon Ball particularly.
Oh yeah.
So like, it's really cool that like the Vegeta fight was like a team effort in that way.
It's such a bloodbath, dude. Like, okay, so like right off the cuff, the Cybermen show up, Yamcha dies like that. I mean, par for the course, but you know, but you know, it's like, oh, it's treated as like this big shocker thing. It's like, oh, and I think that's the first time Yamcha ever dies in the series.
Yes.
And then they immediately then a couple episodes later, they follow it up with Chaozu dying, who's already died before. It's like that. The idea is presented like, okay, Chaozu sacrifices themselves to save everybody else. It ends up being pointless, whatever. But it's a permanent going in. It's like, oh crap, you've already died before. We can't bring you back. And then immediately Tien dies right after that. And then it's like, okay, everybody's just barely trying to hang on for Goku to get there. And then right before Goku arrives, Piccolo dies. And that's sort of like the oh no moment. Because the Dragon Balls are now inert.
And like that in turn is like the impetus for the Namek saga happening.
Exactly. The whole Namek saga is just about getting the Deus Ex Machina back on Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, that was yummy in my tummy. But there is room.
You know, I guess like Saiyan into Namek Saga is one of the best immediate setups for an arc in Dragon Ball, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, and like I think that's something that TFS has talked about in one of their videos is that like Dragon Ball, the arcs in Dragon Ball Z flow very naturally into each other in a way that they don't in Super.
Yes.
Yeah, that's completely spot on.
Also, we spent this whole time talking about Dragon Ball because of a freaking like one-off like a comment I made about the fairy godmother.
Speaking of, you just got a new summon gem.
Yes. Speaking of, I didn't use Simba at all. How do I use summons?
Okay, so that's it's in combat. You need to have 2 party members alive with you. So to leave the book, you go up to that compass.
No, I know that. Yeah. Rather, I know.
You see the summon thing at the bottom of the menu?
No, sorry.
On your.
No, I know. Sorry, let me specify. I know how they work. I was asking if I needed to equip them or anything, or if they just like show up in the menu.
No, they're auto.
Okay.
They are auto.
Yeah, you just like click summon, and it will bring up all the summons that you have, and you can summon one.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Godmother. Fairy Godmother.
There was another summon stone in this book.
I have a new rock. It's really cool.
Hello. So yeah, now you got 3 summons.
Bambi! What the fuck is Bambi gonna do?
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure Bambi is just like a white mage. Like, he just heals you.
I'm just saying, Simba's a lion. He can maul the Heartless. What's Bambi gonna do? Watch me get shot?
The healing summon. I remember that. I can't remember. I think Bambi just like runs around and drops magic orbs for you.
Yeah. Like Bambi is like purely support.
Yeah. And then there's Dumbo.
In hindsight, maybe not like the most like awe-inspiring summons they could have gone with.
Little bit.
They started strong with Simba, and then it's kind of all downhill from there.
Well, okay, you say that, but Mushu's pretty great.
Mushu is the other one where like, yeah, that's a good pull.
Okay,
but
so
like,
I think there's four summons I always liked in this game. I liked Simba, I liked Genie, and I liked Tinkerbell, and I liked Mushu.
Are all the summons animals?
Tinkerbell is not an animal.
Well, that depends on whether you believe that fairies have the same rights as people.
Listen. In the words of Will Smith in the 2016 motion picture Bright, fairy lives don't matter today. God.
Is that an actual line in Bright?
Yes, it is. He says that verbatim.
Oh my.
Which raises so many questions, none of them comfortable. Wait,
I have not seen that movie.
You shouldn't.
I've heard nothing but bad things.
The only exposure anyone should have to the 2017, I was wrong, it was 2017. The 2017 motion picture Bright is watching the Lindsay Ellis video essay on it.
Oh, I should watch that, actually.
It is just like a scathing takedown of just every horrible decision that was made. I love it.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we can just leave Traverse Town now, right?
Yes.
But also correct me if I'm wrong. The next world is quite long, isn't it?
What world are you thinking it is?
Let me check.
I was thinking of Atlantica.
I think that's... Hang on. Hang on.
Hold on. I'm gonna message you, Spidey, okay?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Atlantica. It's either Atlantica or Halloween Town because they opened up. There's two, you can choose which one you go to next.
Yeah, I think like the new ones that opened up on the map. Yeah, I'm just gonna spoil it. One is Atlantica, one is Halloween Town.
Yeah, like I knew it was both of those.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know what the first couple worlds were, but like it's like after Wonderland and Deep Jungle. I'm like, all right, I know which ones are next. Not Deep Jungle. Olympus. So,
yeah.
I'm thinking if I want to. I'm good to keep going to Halloween
you wanna
Town
go
if
to...
you guys are.
Okay, Halloween Town is the higher level one over Atlantica.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It might not be a bad idea to do some grinding at the Coliseum.
That is a good point.
Let's just do the Phil Cup and try that out if you want.
Yeah.
And then after that, we can decide which world. After the Phil Cup, let's decide which world we want to go to next, and just take the trip at the end for the end of the stream to get there.
Yeah,
and when we arrive at that world, we'll call the stream there.
And then and then next stream is just we pick up right at that world. Yeah, that sounds good actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
Plans.
So last time, Sylv, you issued me a challenge that I failed to accept. You asked me to explain the recent WWE wrestling drama in Kingdom Hearts terms.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, friggin', like, you're putting me on the spot. I can't come up with that right now. Since then, I've had time to think.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
So, the story really begins here with a wrestler named Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Who was originally introduced in, I want to say, like, 2012, like, early 2010s, as part of a new faction called The Shield, which were, like, a very, like, wildly popular villain faction, who, let's call them the Organization of 13 of wrestling. And Roman Reigns, he's, like, the powerhouse of the team, this, like, silent, like, stoic, like, freaking, like, engine of destruction, like, very much like the, like the breakout star of the team.
We'll
call him
of Shield.
Yes, I was going to say, he starts out as the Zimness of wrestling. And, on the team with him is, two other guys, one of whom is Seth Rollins, who betrays the team eventually after a very popular run. And so, like, the team is then broken up as he, like, sells out his teammates to pursue his own ambitions.
Okay.
So, he is the Axel. Seth Rollins is the Axel of wrestling. Like, a very, like, cunning, like schemer type character, but also like very flamboyant and charismatic.
People love him even though he's technically not the greatest.
Exactly. Not a good guy, but like again wildly popular. And so in the wake of Seth Rollins' betrayal, Roman Reigns, the decision is made to make him the new top face of the company, like the new biggest hero, as a replacement for John Cena, who, for the purpose of this, John Cena is like the cloud of wrestling. He got used to be like really overexposed, and people started hating him for a bit, but like since then, people have come to appreciate him again, and he's just everybody loves him.
That really does track.
Yeah, I've thought about this. I put thought into this. Don't say I don't do anything for you. So, the decision is made to make Roman Reigns, formerly the Xemnas of wrestling, the new top hero of the WWE. The problem is that he's bad at being a good guy. And like, he is all of his personality and like all the edge he had is sanded off to make just the most like boring, generic, good guy who always wins.
So
with like just a complete.
This is an attempt. So, Power Rangers terms, this is an attempt to make Roman Reigns into Tommy Oliver, and it fails completely.
Absolutely, like just completely like he doesn't have the chops to play the hero. He turns into like a complete black hole of charisma. He is given no good material or storylines to work with. So at this point, Roman Reigns has gone from the Xemnas of wrestling to the Terra of wrestling.
Oh no!
No. And so the fans do not take well to this. And for the next several years, Roman Reigns becomes the most hated man in pro wrestling, the entire industry. Super Eye Patch Wolf has an amazing video essay about like the saga of Roman Reigns and just how bad this entire period of his career gets. But then, in 2020, while wrestling is just recovering from the pandemic, Roman comes back, and he's different now. He has gotten like all of the edge he had as a member of the Shield, all of the like menace that he used to have is back, and like even more. Like he is like gone from like the clean-cut good guy to like freaking scary, just completely wrecking everyone he goes up against. And he ends up becoming the new champion and founding a new villain faction of his own called the Bloodline. He reigns over the entire WWE with like an iron fist because he is like the fallen hero. He is the only one who has like the resolve to do what must be done and lead this company in the right direction. And so this is where he ascends to being the Xehanort of wrestling. He is the leader of the true Organization 13 that will usher in the eternal age of darkness.
I was gonna say either that or the Master of Masters.
And so this is where things get a little more complicated because the guy who comes in 2022 to challenge Roman is a wrestler named Cody Rhodes, who was originally like a kind of like, not like a top guy, but like a fan favorite of the WWE, who ended up getting treated really poorly by management and going off on his own to like, he spent a lot of time doing like indie shows, he spent a lot of time in doing like New Japan wrestling, traveling different worlds, you might say, and becoming a true master of his craft. Starting from nothing and becoming one of the greatest heroes of all the worlds. Until eventually he returns to where he started to finish his story. Because like the whole angle with Cody Rhodes is that he's the son of like Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, who was this legendary wrestler from the 70s and 80s. And he wants to win the WWE Championship, which is like the one belt that his dad never won. And so this starts this like whole angle about like he's gonna be the one to take down Roman. He's gonna finish the story. But then something happens. Well, first of all, Cody challenges Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 in last year, 2023, and he loses.
Oh no.
Yeah, so people were not happy about that. And then for next year, it's like, okay, Cody's got to try again. He's got to win next time. And at first, it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. But then a new face enters the picture. The biggest face, one might say, in the entire industry. A man you might know as Rock the Dwayne Johnson, or as I think I would put him, the Mickey Mouse of wrestling. Undeniably, like a true legend of a titan of the industry, beloved for very good reason, but also perhaps a symbol of everything that people hate about the industry. And so he comes in and he's like, hey, actually, it would be pretty cool if I was the one who challenged Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. And it looked like that's exactly what was going to happen. So the entire story got completely derailed because The Rock decided, hey, what if it was me instead?
That sucks, actually.
Yeah, people were understandably very mad. And that is the source of all of the drama that happened. But then, behind the scenes, the people at the top were like, okay, people are unhappy. If people aren't happy, we will lose a lot of money. So we don't want people to be unhappy. How can we make this work? And the way that they made it work is that what happened next is that friggin' The Rock then teams up with Roman Reigns, the King Mickey and Xehanort joining forces against Sora and Axel in the final battle at the Keyblade Graveyard.
Okay, that's actually pretty metal, I'm not gonna lie.
And so then we have this spectacular finale to the saga, in which all kinds of like old allies and enemies coming together, because the way that like Cody was beaten is that he was about to pin Roman, but then he was sabotaged by interference by Roman's right-hand man, Solo Sikoa, who is we'll call him the Zigbar of wrestling. And so what happens then is that that same thing almost happens again at WrestleMania 40, but then John Cena, the clown of wrestling, comes in and takes out Solo, the Zigbar of wrestling.
Yo!
And,
man!
But the most amazing thing is then The Rock, King Mickey himself, comes down, takes out John Cena, but then out of nowhere you hear a gong and The Undertaker comes out. A man who, like, in this scenario, like, I can only describe as like the Yin Sid of wrestling. Just coming in out of nowhere and like freaking basically does a raging demon on The Rock. Like, the lights just go out and they're both gone.
That's fucking metal!
It's so cool. I freaking lost it.
I'm gonna be honest, it's stuff like this that makes these streams worth it and makes it so exciting to be here with the both of you every Monday.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. So anyway, yeah, that's how Kingdom Hearts 3 should have gone. I'm only half joking when I say that.
Spidey, I want to give you the biggest shout out because I put you so on the spot last week. And not only did you do it, you've massively exceeded my wildest expectations.
I'm glad I did not disappoint. Like I said, I put a lot of thought into that.
That tracked to such a weirdly fitting degree.
By the way, Silver, just a heads up, when the warp pedal shows up in a bit, do not go into it.
Yes.
That will only take you back to Olympus Coliseum. I made that mistake the other
more
day.
mini games.
Yeah, friggin' controversial opinion. Gummy ship levels could have been executed a little better.
Yeah, they are much better in later games. And I spent like an hour over the past week fiddling around with the customized gummy ship thing to make my own design in my playthrough. And man, it's so unintuitive and so difficult. Like I finally figured it out.
That's why I didn't bother doing it yet, because I literally couldn't figure out how the controls work.
It's so obnoxious, and it's so easy to mess up and like undo a bunch of work or delete a key part of the ship. It's very obstructive, and I think that's why for 2, not only did they like have like the preset maps and the floating things, like every time you beat a map, you just unlock a new ship level design that's clearly better than the one that than the one you had before. So you just use the new one. And then if you want to take the time to figure out how to make your own ship later, you can do that. But they give you these cool upgraded ones as you progress through the game as a freebie. As opposed to here, where you get ship designs, but they're, a lot of them aren't pretty cool.
Some of them are, however, based on classic Final Fantasy monsters, which is pretty cool.
So, Silver, you picked the lower level world?
Yes. So I believe.
Okay.
I believe this is Atlantica.
Yes.
That should be the case. Yeah.
Which
honestly,
I
really like Atlanta. I
really. Oh, you know what?
Well, okay.
Isn't Atlantica like there's a hated one in one game and there's a beloved one in another?
Okay, so mechanically, it's very awkward in this game, but granted, it's terrible in 2, and I will have a scorching rant for Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts 2 when we get to that. But in this game, my hot take, I prefer the version of The Little Mermaid in this game to the actual movie.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I vastly prefer how they handle Ariel's arc and how they angle that in this game compared to the film. Granted, if you are a Little Mermaid fan, totally get it.
It's all the Little Mermaid fans out there.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I have a friend, a different online friend who's a huge fan of that film, and
literally. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, no. Sora, move the ship. Sora.
Everything's going great.
It's a monstro. He's a whale of a whale. Sora, you have time. Sora.
So when I said that the 2 worlds that you unlocked on the map were Atlantica and Halloween Town, that was not a lie. Mm-hmm. But I may have left some information out.
Yeah. I deliberately messaged Spidey, said, don't ruin the surprise.
You deceivers.
Don't worry.
Felicitous.
We deliberately, and also that's why I came up with the idea of okay, hey, how about we end the stream at the start of the next world?
I was on your wavelength from the start. Don't worry.
Oh, look at the babies.
The little babies.
They're little dudes.
And like this is another example. Like we'll get to that next stream, but this is another example of a world where it's actually important to what's happening to the broader narrative.
Unrelated, how do you feel about Theatrhythm? I actually do. You say that, but just last week I actually bought the most recent Theatrhythm game because it was on sale, and I've actually been having a lot of fun with it.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah, it's
because I love rhythm games.
Man, I wish it was a monster. Sorry.
Window, or maybe a door. The green door, Riku.
I especially like that since there's no artwork in here yet, so that implies like Sora and Kairi keep coming back here after. So like Riku gets bored of it.
Oh.
And so Sora and Kairi apparently have been the ones drawing all these sketches together ever since then. Since it's, I mean, Riku might have joined in, but it seems to me like he's just not interested in this place. Also, I always wanted to hear more about this. About like, okay, so we kind of get a glimpse at like how Kairi arrived in Destiny in the manga of Chain of Memories through the memory of Namine. But generally speaking, a lot of people just sort of assume, you know, like that's sort of manipulating, slightly adjusting.
Hey, Sora.
Donald, you are in a whale.
But yeah,
I'm gonna say in
Kairi
general
lives with the mayor's family in Destiny Islands. I just think it's interesting.
I'm gonna say, in general, we don't get enough of Kairi's side of the story, in general.
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's
a completely new opinion.
For today's weather, expect showers.
Goofy, I love you.
Heavy showers.
Hi, Panache. When did you get here?
And see, this scene, it's why that whole thing, like I said before, I never saw the scene in Traverse Town in my first playthrough. So I sort of, like, I knew about that scene to an extent. Like, I'd seen, like, a screenshot of Pinocchio, like, on the ground, but I never recalled seeing that moment.
Gross.
So I always found it weird getting to this level and being like, oh, it's just Pinocchio. Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
You've never met him before.
Also, I just want to say, comment about that flashback scene. The way Riku talks about, like, oh, like, this island sucks. When we get older, we're gonna leave. Very interesting parallels with some of the stuff we learn about Xehanort in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
It's true. So, how did she end up here, Pinocchio?
Oh my, so the whale swallowed all of you too? My goodness.
Geppetto, do you know you're in some kind of weird, like, interspace dimension?
Whale? Yep.
I'm Pinocchio's father. When we got separated...
Does Geppetto know that when he leaves, he will die in the vacuum?
Thank goodness we're together again.
Does he know that he subsists only by virtue of the whale's own oxygen?
Well, I hope he was a good boy in my absence.
Geppetto, I'm so sorry to say this, but, well, your son, he's the most notorious crook and conners across the stars. There's not a world yet we haven't been to where they haven't spoken in hush whispers about J.M. Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is D.B. Cooper. He's the most notorious thief in the cosmos.
I hope he's been a good boy this whole time. Also, open up the, oh, wait, is the treasure chest here yet, or no? I don't think it is.
I don't see one.
No, it's not. Okay, yeah, you'll get that later then. Okay, so just save here, and, do we want to progress through this, or do we want, what do you want to do? How much further do you want to keep going?
I don't know. How long would you say Monstro is?
It's not very long if you know where to go. Well, if you follow along the thing, like it's not very
a big
long.
if.
Yeah, it can get confusing, but it's not a very big world. It's actually pretty small.
You know what? I think I'm gonna call it because I do need to eat.
Okay.
Yeah, probably good.
And I think if I
mean,
we could break instead, and I could just eat and come back if we were up for that. But no, I think I will call it.
Yeah, let's go.
And then next time we can pick up with Monstro, get through Atlantica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. We're getting to the midpoint of the game where things start picking up pace a lot more.
The midpoint, indeed.
Doom doing my work for me. That's right. VOD heads, remember to like and subscribe.
Please.
Thank you all.
Words.
Thank you all for tuning in. I had a really great time.
As did I.
I had a really great time, except for Agrabah.
Except for the Cave of Wonders. That sucked.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, it didn't get to me like it did you.
Yeah, I generally I hope that I didn't like drag down the mood too much. I feel bad about that.
Yeah, if we need, okay, so if something like that happens again, we can, have a guide ready. But anywho.
The sad thing is I had I had my guide right next to me, but it was like I was too lazy to get up, and also like the fact that I wasn't already following along meant that like I was
not
not
figure out
confident
where
about...
we were in the guide.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so the guide that I had, if it got to the point where it was like, okay, where I had like full permission to sort of backseat game there, whatever. What I would have said was, okay, just go to the very start of the maze, and then we'll follow the instructions from my guide. Like, we'll just go right back to the front of the cave.
We got through it though.
That was.
Yeah. The good news is we don't have to worry about the Cave of Wonders anymore. The bad news is we're in Monstro.
Yeah.
I will. Here's my hot take after replaying both these levels the past week. Cave of Wonders is more tricky for me than Monstro was. Monstro was surprisingly. I could see how it would get difficult and tricky or whatever, and I was thinking to myself like, but in general, it's a little easier than the Cave of Wonders, in my opinion.
The good news about Monstro is that you don't have to worry about getting yeeted into the void.
Yeah, you don't need to fall down and restart the entire thing.
Yeah.
The bad news is that almost every single room in this world looks exactly the same.
Yay!
Oh no. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it next week.
We'll get to that next week. But
next time on this thing that we're doing.
We're just shamelessly stealing
straight up. Pack your yellow paint, bozos.
Listen, good creators borrow, great creators steal.
True. So that said, again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Super appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. It's always fun with you guys.
Well, thank you. I'm glad someone tolerates my nonsense.
This is legit one of the things that keeps me going every week. It's like, okay, I gotta get back for Monday. It's like I need to get there for the.
That's very kind to say.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going.